Fresh out the box.
Hey there everybody, welcome to Fresh Out the Box painting minis that are also fresh out of the box. I am the board game guru and game master extraordinaire, Jahananan.
It's me, Casualty CDG. These are my hands, my miniatures. This is gonna be my paint and my little dry cloth here to keep all my brushes super dry. We've never done a painting stream before, have we? We usually do tabletop role-playing streams, board game streams, and even interviews with people from the industries. But this is the first time we've ever done this.
Yeah, this is the first time we've ever done this. I've been wanting to do it, so we're just gonna be chilling and chatting. You know, come on in. If you have a mini, feel free to paint along with us, and you know, we got our minis. I already primed my Kroot from my Tau army that I started when I was like 12.
And now you're 14?
And now I'm 14. I'm a big boy. Primed and ready to go. I got one of these cool little holders. You don't need one, but I got one. I got some crappy paints. But, you know.
I do not have a holder, but I do have a nice little nest set up here. And I'll be painting my Gobbo on the Red Bouncer. This is kind of a Santa Claus-esque type of goblin riding on a Rudolph. I know it can be kind of hard to see because it's all primed so black. But here's his gaping maw. And there are lights coming out of his mouth, along with some ornaments, a little Santa sitting on top with a flaming Molotov cocktail. So this is going to be a lot of work for me, and I might have to look at some references. Of course, you can't forget the star on the back of the tail that he's running over.
Yeah.
So I've got all my Christmas colors out. I meant to have this painted by Christmas as my Christmas project, and what better time than now with Jahan to get this little Santa Rudolph
just in time
out
for New Year's.
Or Christmas, whenever, if you want to watch this next year around Christmas time so that you feel festive. Ho ho.
And while you're at it, watch our Warhammer adaptation of A Christmas Carol.
Ho ho. I forgot we did that. Ho ho.
I was really proud of that one. That was fun for me. Because I really like that story. I was hella into the Muppets Christmas Carol. Let's see. So, Gary.
Yo.
What do you start painting first? Skin, features, or clothes? Or weapons?
So I'm actually gonna do the skin on this, on the bottom squig first, because it's gonna be such a huge layer. I just want to get something down. Also, I was looking at this model, and there's things that I'm gonna want to highlight, like the tip of the hat where like the little Santa ball is and stuff. So I'm gonna need to go through and do those as white. So first I'm gonna get like a base nasty skin layer down on this bouncer, because I don't want him to be red even though he's a squig. I'm gonna make him like, I don't know, maybe necrotic or flesh colored or something nasty.
Nice.
So I'll get my paint and I'll do a little shake for a second.
Yeah, it shaked my paints and there it goes. There it goes.
There you go. There you go. Get it going.
So yeah.
And I'm gonna thin with some water too. Do you have some water nearby?
Yeah, I got a cup right here. /R Houston. It's the Houston subreddit. They're a cool group of people if you're local. They do events and stuff. One time we went to Fiesta, Texas.
I have a little eyedropper I keep here in my water, and I do a little bloop. I'm probably gonna do about almost equal parts water and paint, methinks.
Yeah, this little tray that from like, I think this is actually Alan's from when we were kids.
That's funny. My paint dish is Annie got into doing like epoxy resin molds.
Oh yeah.
And then she stopped doing it when we moved, and so she just hasn't been doing it, and they turned out to make great little silicone paint trays. They don't dry out too fast.
That's fair.
A lot of people would be using a wet palette for this, but I've never used a wet palette, and I'm still pretty new to the hobby. I guess I started maybe 6 months ago or so. Eventually I'll probably get a wet palette and figure it out.
Technically, I've been doing this a lot longer than you, but you did it as an adult, and I was just a kid, and I didn't know what I was doing, and I was never very good. So you're probably better at this than me. Because I haven't done this since I was in high school.
Comparison is the thief of joy, they say.
Ooh. I mean, sure.
Yeah, we can't compare each other. All we can do is compare to how we were for our last model, right?
Yeah, that's true.
And I've been working on a bunch of ogres before this. During Thanksgiving, I did a whole line of Hungry Boy ogres with a big turkey flag, and so I'm excited to go from one holiday to the next. I think it's kind of a fun way to inspire me to keep painting.
What do you think? So I'm torn. Decision here, right? So Groot are typically green. That's sort of like standard, right?
Right?
And I have no problem with that. But I have this like really nice like blue.
Let's do blue. Do a blue one. You get a nice rich blue. Do a nice rich blue.
You think darker?
Yes, I would. I mean, use them. You're going to end up using them both, right? Use the lighter one in
highlights
on muscles and stuff, exactly, to highlight it.
But as a start, just put like a base layer. Okay. All right, here we go, man. I'm a little nervous, but here we go.
I mean, you can't do it wrong. You can just paint over it.
You can.
No, you just paint over it.
That's true.
And then, the skin, there's no such thing as, perfect skin. You don't have to have perfect skin. Imperfections are dope.
I think I'm going to go for like a dry brushing. So I'm gonna
that's exactly what you
off.
should do. Oh, yeah. And just pretty much you just dry brush almost all the time.
Oh, man, the paint's going on. I don't like this. I'm scared.
You're killing it. You're the best. No one's ever been as good at you as painting miniatures, and they never will be.
It's pretty exciting.
I've got this necrotic skin color going on, and it's a little more green than I would have liked, but that's okay. I'm going to put some skin tones on it later. And this will just be kind of the base
blue
layer.
This is looking good already. I like it.
I'm going to have this nice sickly green underneath me thing.
See, when I was a kid, this would have been painted by now. Because I would have just been like, done!
One layer, I'm the fastest, I'm the best.
Yeah.
No, it's that's another thing I've learned over the months of painting is it's not a race, and it doesn't matter how many layers it takes. It almost looks better with each thin layer.
Yeah.
When I first started painting, I was watching YouTube videos of like how fast can this guy paint an army? And then I realized a couple weeks in that that's not who I was going to be.
Yeah.
And that's okay. I'm not a speed gamer. I played video games my whole life, and I don't derive joy from beating Mario as fast as I can. So
yeah, speedrunners are crazy, dude.
Yeah, that's how I feel about speed painters. Is I'm like, you guys are doing something different. That's a different hobby than what I'm doing.
Yeah, it is, and they use different techniques too.
Yes, they do.
They like speed painters are just like speedrunners. They have tricks. They do like, okay, blast it out with this color, come in with this. It has a good effect, and done.
Shout out to Goobertown Hobbies on YouTube. That's who I started watching when I first started painting, and that's who I direct you to start watching too if you're interested in painting. He has some great early videos. Brent from Goobertown Hobbies.
Oh boy, this is already looking good to me, man. This is already cool. I'm starting with my legs.
Oh yeah, that's nice and bright. I thin mine out too much.
I didn't thin mine out at all. I'm wiping it on the napkin.
No, you gotta thin your paint with water.
Oh no.
You gotta do it. It's gonna make a hell of a difference. If you don't, it's gonna be thick. It's gonna be thick. Okay. It's like putting toothpaste on there.
Well, I have these little things. I'll do it in here, I guess.
Yeah, just a little half and half water.
Oh, like fill this halfway with paint and then halfway with water? Or just like how much I'm planning on using, I guess.
Yeah, that would be a whole lot of paint. You probably just need maybe 10 drops of paint and 6 drops of water. Maybe 10 and 10, but I thinned mine too much. I tried to go even, so 60-40 maybe. Okay. But yeah, if you're applying straight paint, it's gonna look it's not gonna look right. It's gonna look like paint. You know what I mean? It's not gonna look like flesh. It's not gonna look like skin. It's gonna look like paint. Like if you were painting a model car, maybe you would want to do that. Maybe.
I need like a dropper, like what you have.
Yes, a little dropper will work. Or if you have a bottle of water nearby, you could just poke a hole in the top of that and just give it a little squirt.
Here, I poured some water in here. Pour a lot of it back. Then I'm gonna mix.
And I recommend for anybody at home, just always paint and get as much paint and water near your computer as you can. The way that we're doing, it's always a good idea to paint near your computers. I saw you just look up at the camera like, no!
No, I
Yeah,
nodded. I agree.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, if you ruin your rig, that's not on us.
No.
There we go.
I don't know how it could be.
I thickened that up a little bit, and that looks a lot better. I could tell that it was too thin because the pigments were kind of separating. When I was painting it, you could almost see it was a little powdery.
How thick are you leaving it?
So I'm going to show you how it came out on this first one, and it actually came out way too thin. Come on, camera. I believe in you.
I know, right?
It really wants to look at my hands. Anyways, it came out kind of thin and chalky. You can kind of see the light parts on the upper thighs, and it's kind of thicker down towards the bottom of the leg. I want it to be an even coat and not kind of break apart and be chalky like that. I feel like my camera is just too close.
Yeah, mine's too thin too. Yeah, that's what mine's doing. Okay.
Yes, yes. There we go. I just have to keep it as far away as possible. And I'm just doing some pretty quick, light, broad strokes on this because I'm not trying to cover up any detail. I'm just trying to get a base layer down, you know. I just want a color on this primer that's not dark black.
Yeah.
I want the black to be shadow, not to be the color of the squig's skin.
Here we go. That's much thinner or thicker. I think I'm good. See, the problem with the crew, I can't tell if he's wearing pants or not.
You could always do a quick Google search and look at some examples. I bet that they're not wearing pants, but that doesn't mean that you can't, you know, paint his skin tone different on the pants section. Or even paint some pants on him if you're trying to censor his style. Yeah, and don't feel bad looking up references, man. Every artist looks up references.
Yeah, references
nice
are
to have
the
something.
thing. That's true.
I'm gonna need to look up references later on this guy when I'm trying to do the smoke for the dynamite. I've painted smoke before, but only once, and I don't really remember how
They're
I
wearing
did it.
like it looks like they're wearing onesies.
Looks like they're wearing ones.
Like they got their legs out.
So he's got his dingles all covered up, but he's got his legs out.
Yeah.
Okay,
The problem.
that's fair.
But what about their butt though? Because they got these little like croot tails.
You got these little cheeks. Is that what
Oh,
you're
you know
telling me?
what? They're not wearing pants. They have like, you know how snakes have like that belly?
That's what I was telling you. Yeah, you might want to just paint a different color there for some skin tones.
Yeah, underneath like they have like a different colored like underside.
Well, you're already using those two blues.
I might do give them yellow belly.
Okay.
Cuz I was thinking about doing yellow for like the features, you know. Cuz blue and yellow look really good together.
This guy's really starting to look a lot more like Slimer than I had envisioned.
Yeah. I guess I'm just gonna base it all out in the blue. What's up, Penguin?
Yo, what's up, Avenging Penguin?
Hi, you artists of Anarchy. It is awesome to see both of your creative sides. Coincidentally,
Hey.
I just finished my last canvas painting of the year. Hey,
Oh
congratulations.
yeah, congrats, for sure.
Pants are overrated. Down with the patriarchy.
My squig doesn't have any pants on. You know what would be funny, Jahan?
What?
Usually you can boon and doom us. If you doom us while we're painting, you can't thin your paints. You just have to ruin your model.
That's funny.
You can only paint your model one color. Put paint on and then wipe all your paint right back off onto a towel.
I feel like I need more light. I'm having trouble with some of this. But that's okay.
Put all the paint on your brush, and then, Jahan, dry brush it, so then wipe all your paint and all the water right back off on a towel. Every time. Waste all your paint, waste all your water, and wonder why. Wonder why you do that. And then just know that you need to do it for your paint to go on right.
Yeah, I'm doing that to the face right now, and the face is turning out pretty good.
Good, good, good.
I guess I can close up the main jar of paint. Also, I was going to use these little jars.
All my paints are in little dropper bottles, well, almost all of them. So it's pretty convenient for me. I just take the little top off, give it a little squeeze, put it back on. I've got some of the little metal balls in some of them to keep them from clumping up.
Oh, interesting.
Alright, I think I'm good with this nasty necrotic flesh base layer. I'm going to start adding some actual skin layer on top of it, methinks. Let me give it one more look over. Oh yeah, some more to do in the feet.
I'm so
The reason I
focused
don't
right now.
reason I don't want this one to be too green is because I'm going to make the goblin green, and I don't want it to just kind of all blend too much together.
Yeah, that's fair. I think I need a smaller brush.
I do like the way that necrotic flesh is looking, though. The more layers I put on it, the thicker that's coming on, the better that looks. Yeah. Alright. So where's the next big layer I should do? It looks like this goblin has a big red jacket. I need to get his face before I paint too many layers on. I need to make sure I get the bottom layers. Maybe the inside of the mouth needs to be done pretty soon. Yeah, let's get inside the mouth.
Yeah, get inside that mouth.
Get inside that mouth. I'm gonna mix up some colors. We're gonna go with some tanned flesh army painter and like one drop of kind of a dark dragon red.
You go with tan and red?
Yeah, because I want the inside of the mouth to look red, but I don't want it to just be like comedically bright red. So I'm giving it this little tan color for almost like a fleshy, gummy type of feel. So it should look kind of bloody and gummy and nasty.
Yeah, I think that's gonna look kind of almost like a drier mouth.
And then I'll come back over and I'll paint the tongue with a brighter red so that you can see the tongue in the mouth. Maybe I'll do the tongue with something like purple or orc flesh, orc blood. Man, even one drop of that really took that from tan to red. That's okay.
Actually, I'm really digging the blue.
Oh yeah, that blue's looking really good. And then you're gonna go with yellow with that?
Yeah, I'm gonna do yellow on like his tum-tum. And then like he has like leather features. Like he's wearing like bits of leather and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Well, actually, it could also be interpreted as cloth. So maybe I'll do... So I think red could be good. I think a purple could be good.
So I think you should almost stick to an actual cloth color, because you're already going so loud with the blue and the yellow that if you go red, blue, yellow, you're all over the place with some really loud colors.
That's true.
So maybe if you did the stomach, something like if you went blue with the guy, purple on the stomach, and then did the bags could be keep those a leatherish color. Or if you're going to go yellow on the stomach, then go darker with the bags, like a dark brown. Blue and yellow.
Dark brown. I could do...
Blue and yellow will work. You could do little spots. How about gray?
I am going to go darker with the yellow. The yellow is going to be a darker yellow.
Can you do like a gray cloth for the straps and bags and stuff?
Oh, that could be interesting.
Like, looks like it's almost naturally made from some natural elements and bleached.
Yeah, that could be cool. I like that.
Let's get in this nasty mouth for this creature.
And gray's a good color because, like, if I hate it, I can easily go over it.
Yep, and since it's already gray, it'll already be pretty bright.
And it'll kind of, like, it'll kind of make it, like, the rest of the paint go on better anyway, so, yeah. No, that's a good idea. It's a good idea. I'll try that. But gray sounds like it would work pretty good, so.
Yeah, you just don't want everything to be too loud.
Yeah.
If you're gonna go with some really loud gear, then you might want to go with some muted colored guys that kind of like blend in with the environment, like dark gray and brown, almost camo guys with some real bright gear could be fun.
Yeah.
I do like this color I got for the inside of his mouth. It's working.
Yeah, you like the inside of that guy's mouth.
Warhammer.
So there's actually a really funny. There's a lot of e-girl Warhammer girls on TikTok. Like they do Warhammer.
You just got them a bunch of follows,
but they're also like
they should give you a sign-up bonus just because of all the people you just recruited.
It's a lot. There's a lot of OnlyFans Warhammer girls. One of them stopped talking about Warhammer or doing Warhammer, though, and I was like,
You're a monster.
What?
For that knowledge. Just for having that knowledge.
I guess I shouldn't introduce you to Ultra Porn!
Is that where they're dressed like Ultramarines?
Oh, bro, that'd be dope. For the Emperor! Right?
Alright, let's see. We got a lot of good... I think they got a lot of good pink in this mouth. You see? See what's going on here?
Did you get a lot of good pink in that mouth, Gary? Nah, that's a good color. I like it.
Yeah, still gonna take a while to come together, but getting some layers down. Alright, Gabo. Gabo has a mouth, too.
I have a blue guy. I need to do something about my light, because I can't see certain aspects very well. I'm going to go get something real quick.
Get some pink in there on that goblin's mouth and let that dry for a second. That way it's just sort of in between his teeth. I overpainted it. It's no problem. I really want the pigment to settle in between his teeth.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Welcome
yeah.
back.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
Ah, you got some more light.
Yeah, this is a cool little, like, survival battery pack. It has a compass and a flashlight and a solar panel. And you can charge your phone with it.
There's a light just here off camera for me that is an entire lamp that I took the lampshade off of, flipped it sideways, and I'm just blasting all the light right here.
Yeah.
It's so bright. I can't believe it doesn't look bright on screen.
It does.
It's so bright.
Dude, there's so I used to have a, like, swivel arm lamp that had a magnifying glass on it. Oh, you know what? I have a desk lamp. I should just fucking get that.
Yeah, you should. So I'm about to use some scaly hide. It's one of my favorites for goblin skin and for orc skin and stuff.
Where are you getting these paints?
This one is also an army painter paint.
Army painter paint? Okay. Yeah, they have cool names too. Yeah, the because I'm familiar with Citadel paints, and they always have like bolt gun metal and like blood god red and stuff like that. So
So two of my favorites are Army Painter and Vallejo. I'm not sure if I have a favorite, but I really like. I've got almost all Army Painter in front of me right here, right now. Of course, here's a Vallejo skin color.
These are Mondo Llama, which I think is like Target brand or something.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know what that is. That sounds like a regular store paint.
Yeah, it's just a regular, but they're acrylic, so they are like the right kind. But like, I just got something to like give myself like the push to do stuff.
Yeah, man, you got to get started.
Yeah, and
The hobby can be expensive if you jump into it all at once, and if
especially
you don't
when
like
you're buying
then...
shit you don't need.
Yep.
All right, I'm gonna go get my lamp.
The cool thing about this goblin on the Santa Goblin on the Squig, the Gobbo on the Red Bouncer, is he has a little stat block, and you can play him in Fantasy or 40k, I believe. No, I lied to you. He's 40k. You field him as an orc in 40k. Oh my goodness. Paint explosion. Okay, Jahan missed it, so it didn't happen. Now I got scaly hide all over my fingertips. It's alright, I'll survive. Tell you, I don't really need 50-50 water for this one. That would be a whole drink. Look, Jahan's back. Everybody be quiet. Don't tell him what happened. You guys are on my side. Nothing happened. I do like scaly hide for the goblin skin. Yes, I do. Looks like he has some kind of goggles on now too, as I'm painting these layers of green. So I have to find some way to make those pop so they don't blend in with his skin. I might come back later and do them bright red and just make them match the hat. I don't want them to be too loud. I want them to pop, but I don't want them to take the attention. They're just goggles. They're just goggles, just regular goggles. So far, so good on that scaly hide. Do the hands. I'm worried these hands.
Haha!
Hey, welcome back. Nothing happened while you were gone. I didn't squeeze one of my paints too hard and it exploded all over the fucking place.
Did you really?
No, that didn't happen, so
Okay.
you didn't miss anything.
That's good.
It didn't happen right here.
Oh boy, yeah, this is way better. Holy crap.
You're just blasting yourself with light now?
Yeah, I have a...
Oh,
Look, I'm opening the Ark of the Covenant, Gary.
yeah. Hell yeah. What you got in there? Legumes? Your legumes in there?
Legumes?
I thought that's what was in the Ark of the Covenant.
Yeah, just legumes.
Mm-hmm.
Aren't peanuts legumes?
No, peanuts are not legumes. Legumes are like beans.
I thought legumes were a type of bean that peanuts are.
I don't know. You know, now's the time to find out.
Alright, I'm gonna look up legumes.
Yeah, you started this. It's up to you to finish it. We're learning about legumes today.
Who cut out and came back without sound?
You did, but I can still hear me.
Can you hear me, Vengeful Penguin? It's registering. And so are you, Gary. Talk?
Yeah, I heard me
You're
coming
registering.
through on the stream just fine while you were gone. I heard myself.
Legumes.
Legumes.
A seed pod or edible plant of the leguminous plant used as food. What are examples of legumes? Beans,
that's not a
lentils, and
great-
peas.
Beans, lentils, and peas.
And peanuts.
And peanuts.
Yep. Yeah, see, I knew they were
Beans,
legumes.
lentils, and peanuts. Wow.
Oh boy, I can see this guy. I can see his shirt now.
Yeah, as you start getting those brighter layers on, right, you can start to see a little bit more detail. And that's why you want to do thin, bright layers, you know, and that's what you want to start with the shadow, because now your black shadow's built in.
You know, it actually looks okay. Alright. Continuing. I forgot how important light is to painting. Like I said, I had a magnifying glass light. You know what's funny? I don't think this is the first time I've painted a crypt blue, now that I'm thinking about it.
Blue's a good color, man.
Yeah.
Blues, especially like, you know, not to get into it, but for beginning painters, blues have a really rich pigment, basically no matter what brand you have. So blues and greens are really easy to paint with, and yellows and whites have thin pigments, and the cheaper the brand, the harder those yellows and whites are to paint with. They break up in the real chalk. So that's why when you said, should I use blue? I'm like, yeah, hell yeah, use blue, because blue pigments are rich and they're thick, and even though you have a less expensive paint, hopefully that blue pigment holds together. It should.
Yeah. No, that's good. That's good advice.
Your whites are going to be crummy. And that's when you said you're going to go yellow. I was like, you sure you want to go yellow? Because yellow might be tough. Oh, have you painted the stomach yet?
No.
Don't paint it yet.
Still doing the
Because
blues.
if you paint it blue, you're not going to be able to get yellow on top of that.
Oh yeah,
so make
I'm
sure-
not gonna paint. I'm gonna leave it black.
You're probably going to want to paint something above before the yellow also. Like maybe a cream, and then putting the yellow on top of the cream. Or maybe even an orange and paint the yellow on top of the orange.
So put like a different base color.
What?
Put
Yes.
a different. Yeah.
Put a different base color where you do the stomach. That's right, because the black's going to be dark, and when you paint that yellow, you're going to have to do layer after layer after layer after layer. So if you paint something like cream or orange, you only have to do one layer of yellow on top of that, and it should go really easy.
Good advice. I shall keep that in mind. Can't really see much of this one's stomach in particular. This one is more covered up than a lot of them, and he has his gun across his chest.
Nice.
So.
Looks like I'm finally ready to do a layer of red for this Santa Claus jacket and hat. This is going to be a lot of fun red here. Oh, let me see if he has any other layers I need to do on the bottom first.
Do we still sound like chipmunks if Andrew Penguin? I think Penguin's having trouble with his stream. I don't know. That's a weird thing.
we
Lurking,
sound
y'all,
fine
while
on
doing
YouTube.
stuff. Thanks! Thanks, DB. We always appreciate you
thanks.
and all that you do. Check out DB's stream. They do Dragon Ball Z like stuff. I believe role-playing game, and that's pretty dope.
Hell yeah.
It's pretty dope. What would you be, Gary? Would you Saiyan, Namekian, human, animal person?
I would probably be, I don't want to be a Saiyan, but I do love Raditz and Nappa. They're my two favorite characters in the whole series. So maybe I would be a Saiyan. Maybe I would.
Nothing wrong with that. Yeah, I also have other models to paint in case I finish during the stream.
Namekian, I think, would be a lot of fun, though.
I think I would be a Namekian.
Okay, well, as long as we had a Namekian at the table, if you're playing Namekian, I'll go Saiyan.
I got Piccolo is probably my favorite character.
Love Piccolo, man.
But I got this Tau Fire Warrior primed, ready to go.
I think Gohan is Piccolo's biggest failure.
Why? Gohan's the shit.
No, he gives up. He retires.
No, he gets to give up the life.
Okay.
He succeeds.
Goku's still working, man. Goku's still keeping evil at bay, and Gohan's like, nah, I'm a teacher now. I'm done.
Apparently Gohan does a thing, comes back. 16 races? 16 races. I guess, you got whatever Frieza is.
Whoa, 16.
Whatever Dorian is. Whatever.
Wow, they go that in depth, huh?
Probably.
Can you be the guy from the Namek squad, the Ginyu Force, who holds his breath, the little frog guy, and frees his time? Because if that's a guy, I'm going to be that guy.
That's a fun guy to be. Yeah, I also have a Kroot Hound. Ready to go.
Oh, sick. It kind of looks like a Demogorgon from Stranger Things.
Yeah, kind of, yeah. I actually thought the same thing. It looks like a Demodog.
That's the, you should try that color scheme. Look at the Demogorgon on Google's and then try to paint it sort of like it.
Oh, that'd be cool. And then do a little Stranger Things thing. This is a Dark Eldar foot soldier with their splinter rifle, and it's cool. They have this thing, the way their helmets are shaped, they allow for you to either give them plumes or spikes, which is pretty cool. That one has that. This one I went without it. He has a scorpion helmet. So I have a couple guys primed ready.
You know why helmets had spikes on them prior to World War II?
So you could stick it in the ground and poop in it?
No, good guess though. It's where you used to keep your plumage to show what rank you were or what army you were with. You'd have your banner or your plume stuck onto your helmet.
Okay.
And during World War II, the Germans didn't use the spike helmet, but the Americans found warehouses full of retired ones from World War I and brought them back as if they were used like war trophies.
Oh, nice.
But yes, it was used for hundreds of years. That's how soldiers would show what country they fought for, was with their little spike hat with their plumage.
Oh, that's cool. I like that. I prefer the samurai little tiny rectangle flag. I like that.
Yeah, those are cool.
Those are dope. Wow. I actually think I did okay. I did better than I thought I was going to already. That's exciting.
Good, man. That's the biggest thing to remember is it's not a race.
Yeah. Now this is relaxing, man. I needed this.
There was somebody on Reddit who gave me really good advice. And it was a quote from an artist, and I don't remember which artist, but someone could Google it. But it was, art is never finished, it is abandoned. And so you're going to look at your piece 1,000 times over, and you can always add more, and you can always do more. It's just how much more time and effort do you want to spend on it. Eventually, you will abandon your piece once it's good enough.
Yeah.
So that's a good thing to keep in mind when you start to get to the end of your model. You don't have to add more. Sometimes, less is more.
Yeah, I feel you. Veggie Penguin reset his feed, and we no longer sound like chipmunks. Oh boy. Saiyan, Namekian, human Saiyan, Triclopsy, Jisjin, Demon Kaushin, which I believe is what... Oh, maybe they're Icers, actually. Android, Icer, Konakin, Mayosagian, Zarganian, Chaojin, Dodorian. Oh, I guess Dodorian's a Dodorian. That'd be funny if he wasn't.
You think Chaojin is what Chaozu is?
No, Chaozu's a dead child.
Oh, well, yeah, that's also true.
Reptilian and Gladiatorian. That's pretty cool. So yes, you can. Here is a picture I drew of my current players and some lies can't send link. I sent you a PM with a picture. Ooh, okay. Let me go check this out. Oh man, please be a dick pic. I would like. I'd be upset after I was done laughing.
Yeah, same. I think I would think it was funny, very funny.
Oh snap!
Are you gonna put the picture up on the stream? Do I have to click over there to look?
I guess I could put it up on the screen like that.
Now that you know that it's not a dick pic?
I didn't say that.
I could tell that you weren't enthusiastic enough for it to have been.
There we go. Come on, fresh out the box. We'll put your art up. That's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Oh, I like the lizard guy. Oh, that's cool.
That is cool.
I like the Vegeta named Happy. That's fun.
I gotta blow this up. It's pretty small on the screen.
Oh, here, allow me. Let's just disappear for a second here. Whoa!
And so this is the Game Master made this for his party for the Dragon Ball Z tabletop role-playing game. That's what I understand?
Yes.
That's really cool.
Been building it for over 25 years now. That's really cool.
If you had to... Which of those characters do you identify with if you had to pick one? Who's your guy?
If I was going to play as one of these?
Yeah, if you're picking one, if you're playing as one.
I would go with Corvius or Sax, I guess.
Okay.
But also, I could get behind...
I like Rowan and Zeon.
I get behind Drexen. I could get behind Nyx as well. I get behind a lot of them, but those are probably my picks.
I would have guessed Drexen for you and Rowan for myself.
Drexen's cool. Rowan looks like a Gary. Yeah,
Corvius
no problem,
also.
man. No problem putting it up.
Corvius vibes.
Yeah, we're always happy to share art, especially of our fellow TTRPG enthusiasts. It's a tight community. We're here for each other. Yeah, that's real cool. Thank you for sharing.
I always like seeing a piece of someone's party. Also, those always mean a lot to me. I think those party pieces are always cool.
Yes. Yeah, no, one of the cool... I mean, I still have... When Rachel remember Rachel painted all of our people?
Yes, yeah.
I have that, like, right here. Like, one of our party members did a drawing of each of our characters. And, like, they made us character binders for, like, Christmas. It was pretty sick. That was my transmutation wizard, Dorian Ashenhurst.
The early days of 5th edition.
Yeah, 5th edition pretty much just started.
Yeah, because we were playing the playtest for that first.
Yeah. Back when I was Zelmok Blackhammer.
That was a good character.
I did like that character.
Man, I forgot how excited we were for that playtest. I'm sure that there's D&D Next playtests going on right now.
Yeah, I mean, D&D 1.
Oh, is that what they're calling it?
Yeah, they're calling it D&D 1.
I would have called it Next.
I mean, fair. But that's only true until it's current.
Well, yeah, but 1's not true at all.
1's not true at all. Well, I think that they're doing what Xbox did. They're like, okay, now this is an Xbox.
But Xbox should have just kept doing degrees. I think that would have been really funny.
Like, just kept going further in a circle.
360, 720, like 1260,
You have to do math every time to figure out which iteration it is.
Yeah, to try to remember which game was for which platform that you had.
Oh, thanks, DB. Yeah, no, man, so Dorian's probably my favorite D&D character I've ever played. Really,
Really that's
like
a great
that one.
character.
Thanks, man. I appreciate. Yeah, I like Barnaby too, man. Your character was dope.
Thank you. Yeah, that character was that was really fun playing like the origin story of a horrible bad guy.
Yeah. Okay, there's a.
'Cause I think that
Little
people, a lot of people want to play murder hobos when they want to play a bad guy. But I wanted to play the part of the character coming up and getting to know all the politicians and adventuring and still earning his worth and all that.
Very few bad guys like actually qualify as murder hobos. That's not.
Yeah,
most of the
that's
time,
right.
they don't think that they're bad guys.
That's right. Bad guys shouldn't think they're bad, and I mean most bad guys, right? Of course, there's demons, but I think that makes the bad guy more compelling when they're not necessarily wrong.
Yeah, when like there could be some truth to what they're saying.
Like Vulture in Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Vulture's stealing stuff, but he's not necessarily wrong to be stealing black market weapons, military weapons from bad guys, and then selling them to other bad guys. He's just caught in the middle of a problem that S.H.I.E.L.D. created, and he's trying to make money for his family.
You're talking about MCU. Gotcha.
Yeah. I get his struggle. I really liked that version of Vulture.
Oh, I did too. I mean, Michael Keaton killed it. Which is why he got to be in Morbius.
Oh God, man! I told you I tried to watch. I didn't watch. I tried to watch Black Adam.
I think so, but
It's
remind me.
so bad.
Yeah, I figured.
It is like no. It's worse than whatever you figured. It's so bad. It like made me tired and gave me a migraine at the same time. I had to turn it off like 12 minutes in. They kept introducing new plots and new characters over and over and over. There was this slow motion fight scene with painted black playing in the background, and it just didn't fit. It was this weird slow-mo cheesy bad fight. I just, what am I missing here? I think I had a point to this about how bad this is. Yes, I did. So how, if Black Adam is that bad, how bad was Batgirl?
Oh, we got another picture. Oh!
I wanted to see Batgirl. You said Michael Keaton. I'm thinking Batgirl. And I just can't imagine how bad it had to have been to not get released.
See, I don't think it was. I just think that they wanted the insurance money.
Yeah, that's definitely possible.
I don't think it was actually bad. I think something weird. I think that they were fire sailing to like do something with their net worth to trick stock prices. Like that's what it was. I don't think it had anything to do with quality because I can't imagine it was that bad.
There's no way it was worse than Black Adam.
Check out this picture. This is of, let's see, DB sent me this one. The members paid a guy to make for us as a surprise for them, and then gave them a print out and had people sign it.
That is nuts. That's out of control.
Yeah. So I thought about doing something like that for D&D for Kyle once, but I just never did. But that's sick. Yeah, thank you so much for sharing, DB. I'm probably going to share those in our Discord as well. Because we love sharing fan art, and it's really cool that you guys have that. Yeah, I would love to get something done of like our games through the past 2 years. That'd be cool. But yeah, thank you so much. Be back later. Okay, yeah, stay on, but won't really be able to hear us. So they're lurking now. It's an official lurk. I missed a spot of skin. I got it.
There you go. Good work.
Now I'm moving on.
Means you didn't miss it.
Should I darken up this gray a bit? It's almost beige.
Should I darken up this gray? It's almost beige. Maybe you should do another layer of it later after it dries.
Try it first. Yeah, that's a good idea. I can always make it darker.
Yep. And once you start getting some other layers on, it may look better.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if I was going to make this little stick of dynamite bright red, but almost, how do you not? You know what I mean? You don't get to paint cartoon dynamite often.
Need something to stir with. I need just highlighter. Grab another one of these little glass vials. Make me some gray paints. Shit makes me feel like a kid again, dude.
Hell yeah.
Cause I was painting minis in junior high, which is why I was a virgin for so long.
I don't think that has anything to do with it. I think it was just a distinct lack of game.
Oh shit. Well, you know. You say tomato. This didn't work out very well. Now I just have a highlighter with a bunch of gray paint on it. Ooh. Avenging Penguin out here sharing art too. Push up the box
Oh, yeah.
Discord in general.
You guys keep making.
Oh, this is your last canvas you were talking about.
You gonna pull it up on the big screen?
Yeah, let me.
Hell yeah.
Yep, here it is. This is sick. Check it out. Waka 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 waka.
Oh, you're making Pac-Man noises. I bet it's Pac-Man related.
It's not.
Boom! There it is. Oh, that is sick. Oh, hell yeah.
That's really cool. Really cool penguin. Penguin never disappoints.
I like that.
Penguin never disappoints.
Did Penguin say if that was a commission, or did they do that for themselves?
I don't think they said it was a commission. But it might be. Melting pixels. Yeah, no, is that what you call it? That's really cool, man. Like, seriously. Next level. Yeah, check out Avenging Penguin's Instagram. God, I always forget it. It starts with a C. It's not Avenging Penguin. What's your Instagram, Penguin?
Cavenging Penguin.
No, it's like it's a really cool name too. It's on the tip of my tongue, but I mean like coffee stirrers or something. Here, let me
Coffee stirs.
just find it.
You got to do a better job of rebranding yourself if your Instagram name's Coffee Stirrers.
Let me find our friend here. Doing a little look-see-loo here.
Trying to get this Rudolph nose big and bright and red. Just a big bright circle on this squig. Starting to come together, man. You can even see it on the camera how the colors are starting to come together. I like that.
Oh wow, yeah. No, that looks pretty sick, dude. Not gonna lie.
think I'm gonna do gold on the ornament on his tail, though, not red.
Christmas present for a friend. I've never done a commission, but I want to. Just don't know what I would charge. It's Abyssal Create. That's right.
Penguin, look up what to charge by canvas size whenever you're getting started. And then if they want something really complicated, then, that'll change it. But usually just by canvas size when you're getting started.
Here, if you're in the chat,
that's a great piece.
There is their Abyssal Creative. There's a Penguin's Instagram. They do a lot of cool work. Maybe message them about doing a commission. I like your dark stuff, man. I like your creepy shit. It's real dope. Ooh, there's a good one. I love the work on those dice, on that dice drawing. Damn, you got a lot of really good stuff here, man. But yeah, definitely check it out.
I don't think I follow Penguin on Insta.
You should get on that.
I'm gonna. I'm right here. I have my phone.
There you go.
Give me a second. This is
Boom, I got you one follower.
Would you say it was Abyssal Creations or something?
Abyssal Creative.
Abyssal.
Link in the chat.
Abyssal Creativity. Follow. Look at that. Look at that. Done. I done did it.
Dope.
A man of my word.
I'm a man of the cloth, because I'm painting the cloth now.
A man of the word, the good word of the sweet Lord Jesus. It's the only Lord I'm comfortable making fun of, because I grew up in this society, and I know that Jesus won't do anything to me. I'm worried if I make fun of other gods from other religions, if they actually have
you
power.
can make fun of Christianity because you grew up Christian. I grew up with Muslim family, so I can do that.
Oh no, I just meant because I know that their god is powerless, so I can make fun of the Christian god.
Oh, that's a burn.
I'm scared to make fun of the other gods of other religions because they might actually smite me. I don't know if they're real or not.
You haven't decided yet?
I haven't figured it out. I mean, I haven't been around them enough, but I can tell you that the one from the place that we come from, not buying it.
That's funny. That's funny as shit.
You just go to other countries and they're full-on casters with cleric abilities because their gods are real.
You go to Arabia, Saudi Arabia, and they're just making friggin' light out of their hands and curing blindness and shit. And you're like, why aren't they talking about this on the news? That's pretty top tier comedy.
So I'm about to do a thing here, Jahan. I'm about to do the trim on the hat, like the little fuzzy Santa ball.
You about to get some trim?
The trim on the jacket sleeves.
Oh, that's tricky.
And what I have learned, from watching videos, is don't use white pretty much ever. Don't use pure white and don't use pure black. So what I'm going to do is a really light brown, and then maybe I'll do a white highlight, but white is too white, and it looks weird on models.
Gotcha.
So don't use white unless you really want it to look really white. Then just use something off-white instead.
That seems like good advice. Gary with the killer advice, man. Wasn't sure how much you were going to be teaching me, but you're teaching me a lot, man. This is dope. I needed some lessons. I didn't know if I was going to be, but no, it's been helpful for sure.
There's I just saw that there's a star on the front of this Santa hat, so I'm going to get to do a little yellow star on the front, maybe.
Oh, that's cool.
Maybe a little gold star.
You should do Bad Moon Yellow. That would look dope. Bad Moon Yellow looks really good on stars.
I'm going to want it to really, really pop, so I probably will have to do something really, really bright.
Yeah, Bad Moon Yellow is pretty poppy.
And there were these goggles, too. I was wondering what color I was going to do these goggles. I was thinking maybe red, but I might do them the same yellow color so it all sort of pops together.
See, I think the professional people, because I'm having trouble getting under the gun right now, I think they actually glue the arms on later.
So yeah, for some models, absolutely, yeah, you paint it as you go. You paint and build sort of the same time. There's a couple of different approaches to painting models. You know, if you want to be the best painter in the world, you probably paint it disassembled. But generally, you know, if you can't see it from 2 or 3 feet away and from above, then it's not a big deal.
This is starting to look good, man. Look at that.
Let me see it. Let me see. Oh yeah, that does look good. Heck yeah. You know, you should get some orange ready, and oh no, you're gonna do yellow. Oh, and yeah, I'm thinking maybe you should do some stripes on his arms and legs, like 1, 2, 3 stripes, 1, 2, 3 stripes.
Oh, like little like animal stripes.
Yeah, like little tiny animal stripes, like small, thin, just a couple of little ones, just a little color pop on the skin.
It's not a bad idea.
Thanks.
How do you do metal?
Okay, so that's a good question. Don't paint the entire thing with a metallic paint. Do you have any metallic paints?
Not really.
Yeah, I was wondering. You probably didn't get any in your pack. So you're going to need to use gray and then do black outlines and highlights on the gun.
Okay, so do it
that'll
gray.
almost... Yeah, and then try to do really thin highlights. That'll probably be a pain. But it'll almost give you like a Borderlands-y look, cell shading, and it'll kind of look like
cool.
metal that way too. Yeah, and if you do have metallic paints, for anybody at home, don't just paint the entire thing one color with a metallic paint. Paint it like gray first, and then paint a couple of edges with the metallic paint. Maybe like the front, maybe the scope, just a couple little spots to make it look like it has metal edges and it's not just made out of solid chrome. That's what I was gonna say. If you did have metal paints.
That's good advice. Yeah, no, yeah, I've actually done that before.
Do you know why the metal paints look like metal? Do you know what's in them?
Is it metal?
No, it's not. It's Formica, I believe.
No. Interesting. Isn't that like a crystal?
I guess it is a smashed up little crystal, yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, maybe it's because like metals have a crystalline structure too. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it has something to do with the way light hits it. It like tricks your eyes. It's interesting.
It's like good glitter paint.
I actually took metallurgy 101. You learn a lot of weird stuff that you like don't realize you don't know, man. It's because like you know how many different kinds of steel there are. It's like hundreds of different kinds of steel.
I guess
man.
that makes sense, yeah, but I never really thought about it.
And they have names, and like they have names of like the different states of like what happens when you anneal stuff, and like I don't know, man. Like you want to like create the right amount of martensite, and they have like words that I had never heard in my whole life.
I recently learned that all steel is like nuclear. It's all radioactive.
Oh yeah, I heard
You know
that
that?
recently too.
Since the invention of the atom bomb, all of the steel became radioactive.
Yeah, all steel is mildly radioactive. There's nothing you can do about it.
There is one thing you can do. There's one type of steel you can get.
Doesn't have to be old.
It does, and it has to specifically be old and submerged, so shipwrecks.
Oh, that's
Ships
right.
that were built of steel and sunk between that chunk of time are really, really valuable because they're the only steel that is not polluted.
That's super interesting.
So boats were wooden before that, and then you have that small window where they were like the ironclad and the steel ships prior to World War II. So it's really cool. It's like a cool little treasure. And they're like treasure hunters who are scooping up all the old boats. A bunch of the old boats are missing. They're not where they're supposed to be anymore.
Interesting.
Right? We live in a cool world.
We live in a
I'm going to
weird
step
world.
away for a second. I'll be here.
Real quick, Gary.
Yeah.
So, like, do I go with, like, this yellow? or like this one is like more orangey macaroni color, and this one's like more. This one's more Bad Moon yellow.
Probably go with the more orangey
The macaroni one, yeah.
Yeah, I think you're gonna have better luck with the consistency of that paint too.
Cool. Okay. I'll see you in a minute, bud.
Yeah, man.
Hey, put your model in frame.
Put your model. Let me pull it forward. Boop.
Yeah, there you go. There's a sexy girl.
Look at that little Rudolph guy.
Bye, Gary.
Bye for a moment. Let's see. I'm trying to make sure he's at his best. He's looking his best before I go.
It's all good. At some point, I'll have you send me a picture so that I can like put a better image up for you.
That's almost it.
But yeah, hi everybody. I'm still Johannan on, and I'm still painting. We definitely got some people in the chat here. Thanks for being here. Yeah, you know, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, we don't have to talk about painting either. I'm down. Like, we're just chatting, chilling. If you have art that you would like to share, you can private message our Twitch channel. I'll put it up for you because we are happy to share people's artwork. And yeah, also down to talk about like tabletop RPGs and stuff. Because that's, you know, that's what our primary focus is on this channel. But I got Gary into painting because I thought it would be a good hobby for him. I was like, yeah, dude, you need to just chill. And like, I think that you'd be good at chilling and painting. And I don't know, just something about him. It seemed like it would be a good hobby for him. And man, he loves it. So that's good. And then my little brother got into it. Not the painting, but the Warhammer. You know? And he's just really excited about the whole thing, you know? And I'm excited for him, you know? We just went to Games Workshop. I bought... What'd I buy? I bought the Drukari Codex. They're hardcover now. They used to be softcover and a lot cheaper. They used to be like $20. This was like $55. And I was a little bummed by that. But you kind of get a digital copy. Kind of. You have to use their app, which I'm annoyed by. But hey, yeah, my first army was Dark Eldar. They are now known as the Drukari. And I'm excited to learn more. Actually, I'm going to crack this book open. Take a look. Ooh, yeah, the homunculuses look dope. They are flesh crafters of the highest order. Able to make monstrosities. They're pretty cool. Twilight Raiders, yeah. I mean, they're pretty much space pirates that are, like, part of a sex cult. Which, you know, when you're a kid, that sounds pretty dope. Yeah. And there's different factions among them, too, all working together. There are the Cabals, which are like pirate covens. There's witch cults. But they spell it with a Y. And they're more... They're not really magic witches. They're more, I don't know, they're graceful. It's weird. Homunculuses are like scientists. Then there's like the different covens and cabals. Which, you know, everyone has their different sects in this game. It's pretty cool. Prophets of Flesh.
That sounds like a hardcore wrestling tag team.
That's dope.
Prophets of Flesh.
Yeah, they're pretty cool. Yeah, it shows you all the different paint jobs. Man, these are good, man.
There was this tag team a couple years ago called the Authors of Pain. and I loved those guys, but I think they had a hard time getting their visas to like stay here to like full time. They just had like work visas to compete for a few years. But they were like 6'8" and 6'10", and they used to do this move where they would both lift the guys up for power bombs and then run at each other and like high five people back to back with power bombs, then turn and spin and power bomb. It's like a double power bomb high five.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, man. Anyways, they would be prophets of dead flesh or whatever it was we were saying.
Man, it's been a while, so I don't know the rules of this game anymore because I haven't played in years. And they changed the rules. It's like several times.
Yes, that's also true. I don't know the rules because I don't know the rules. I haven't played, and I'm not sure if I will, but I enjoy painting miniatures.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that.
I was more excited about the playing than the painting. And you're the opposite. Makes sense. You're going to try and do more social media, so you just added more art on Instagram. Let me check this out. Ooh.
A little dry brush effect here on the tail with Banshee Brown to kind of mimic, like, tape. I guess it's hard to see because it seems close to the green skin color on the camera difference.
Oh, you did like a Garden of Eden thing. But, like, instead of apples, it's books. Yeah, burn the books! What'd you say, Gary?
I was just looking at the at some of the work I was doing here, and it doesn't show up too well on the camera.
It doesn't show up too well, but...
I was doing a Banshee Brown dry brush on the tail tape to kind of give it that used athletic tape look.
Oh, cool. Yeah, it's kind of an effect I wouldn't mind having for my, like, armbands, but I'm not going to go that crazy with it yet. I'm going to start off easy. I'm diluting some of this orange to do the belly in. You ever used inks? Ink washes?
No, I haven't, but I've seen some really cool ones that do, like, a lot of the edge work for you.
Yeah, it's cool. You just kind of, like, brush it on, and it just seeps into the deep parts and, like, highlight stuff for you. It's pretty interesting.
So I have a couple of contrasts that kind of work that way from Games Workshop, and then I have some Army Painter speed paints, and my Army Painter speed paints I'm not a huge fan of. I wouldn't buy them again, and I wouldn't recommend somebody buy them. But I don't hate them. I wouldn't recommend them.
Interesting.
I know they are working on a new line of speed paints though, so this is in 2022. I didn't like their speed paints, so maybe they'll change in the future. I'll give them another shot. Because I like all the other stuff Army Painter makes. I thought I would like their speed paints, but I don't. Contrast is better from Games Workshop, and I haven't used whatever Vallejo's version of that is yet, but everyone has their own version of Contrast now.
Games Workshop paints are very expensive, but they are good at least.
Man, so they have some really cool ones that are like effect paints, like snow and mud and dirt, and those are just like, man, you can't beat them. You got to get those ones.
Have you gotten into flocking yet?
Flocking? No,
Yep.
that sounds dirty.
Flocking the base?
Is that what, like, finishing it is?
Yeah, you put, like, glue, and then, like, they have, like, this, like, grass powder
I
stuff.
literally just got one of those starter kits for Christmas that has all the different stuff, all the different grasses and things like that. So I haven't done it yet. I haven't messed with it, but literally days ago, I just got my first kit for it, so I will soon. In
that pack of pictures I sent you earlier of, like, the stuff I did when I was a kid, one of them... oh, yeah, we're definitely going to post these pictures on all of our stuff. Veggie when we're done, for sure. Good or bad, regardless of how mine turns out, I'll post it. I'm happy with it so far, though.
Here's what I was talking about. This is what I got for Christmas. Yoink! Boom.
Oh, yeah.
The basing set, so the different rocks, the different grasses.
Yeah.
Terrain.
Bases are interesting, man. They're fun. Yeah, I like the little grasses. The little grasses are fun. The picture I showed you earlier I took like an extra head, and like put it on the ground with like blood.
Nice.
It's pretty cool.
Here's 340 skulls that I got for Christmas.
Oh, that's sick, dude.
It's skulls of all sorts of different creatures.
Oh, that's cool, man. Yeah, you can put like a champion standing on that big one.
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna be a good one. I can't wait to see that, dude. Can't wait to see that. Alright, I'm gonna paint this guy's gooch now.
So, I'm sorry?
I'm gonna paint this guy's gooch.
What I thought you said. Now I'm just sorry you said it twice.
What, you want me to paint his gooch?
Go ahead. You know what? Gooch away.
Is gooch a bad word?
No, it's just... I don't know if I would have called attention to the gooch, to the taint, to the fleshy fun bridge.
Well, man, if you don't call attention to the gooch, you're not gonna have a good time. That's all I'm saying.
If you don't call attention to the gooch will call attention to itself, and you don't want that to happen.
No, you don't want that, because it usually announces itself.
Yeah,
with a
you want to
scent.
do it on... You want to do it... You want to do it on your time, not gooch time. That announces itself with a scent, he said.
Yeah, you don't want that.
No, you don't. You don't want that.
you don't want no stinky gooch showing up being like, what's up?
No argument from me.
I know a thing or two about stinky gooch.
Alright, so I got the trim on his jacket done. I got the main jacket brushed out red. I got the main skin brushed out for everything. I'm starting to move to detail work soon, and so I want to make sure I don't miss anything before I go too many layers deep. Like right here, the back of the hat. I kind of missed the trim on the back of the hat.
Nice.
I
Well,
don't
you're doing
wanna
it now,
have
then you didn't miss it.
That's correct. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I told you that earlier, right?
Yeah.
It means you didn't miss it. Almost missed you, buddy. And that's before I move on to another paint, because eventually this kind of Banshee brown cream is going to dry, and so I just want to use it now while I can. I'm probably going to do black lines around the collar of this, because it'll look better. I bet these bags on him. Should I do these bags? I guess I should do these bags Banshee brown for now. And then maybe I'll do him a different shade of brown here in a little bit. Banshee brown!
It's the brownest.
Banshee
So brown it'll make you scream.
Banshee brown sounds like a 70s superhero.
He causes you to defecate.
Oh no. Oh no.
Listen up, train passengers. I am Banshee Brown. And today is going
What's that
to be
smell?
a shitty day.
Oh my god. I just can't stop. Whenever he talks, I just shit everywhere.
Yes, now imagine being in kindergarten.
Oh man, I hate this guy. You think you're the only one who thinks my power stinks? Oh, hey, look at this. I thought he had some kind of cool pocket fuzz situation going on, but what I have discovered is that he has a pocket with a grenade popping out of it on his hip. I'm about that life. So now that grenade's gonna have to go probably green. We have to do a little. I thought it was a bag, I thought he had a satchel, but it's his pockets. Which means maybe they shouldn't be beige. Maybe they shouldn't be Banshee brown.
Man, you're not wrong about this. Yellow is being problematic.
Yeah, breaking apart, trying to give you a hard time.
Yeah, I just need to dilute it less, I think.
Gotta find that perfect viscosity in the middle.
Yeah. Doing the gooch red is all about viscosity.
I've said that for years.
Mm-hmm. Attend our bi-monthly Grundle workshop.
We'll teach you about gooches and gooch viscosity. You want to make sure that your gooch is made out of the best material. You want to make sure that it's not too sticky, but it's also tacky enough to float. You never know if you're going to drown. You might need to just float by your gooch until the Coast Guard's able to save you. Viscous.
Okay, I'm gonna step away from the grundle. It's getting away from me here.
Okay, and that's a little gun. Boom, boom. And that's his pockets. Boom, boom. That's a little grenade. Alright, I see what's going on here. Let's use the last bit of this red that I have to try to get these pockets back to red instead of Banshee Brown. Hell yeah.
Hey, you're spot on about that yellow, dude. It is not holding together.
Yeah, I thought it might break. You may wanna go orange. But you're gonna have to let it dry now, of course. So you could go move on to another part for a second.
Yeah. I wonder what color I should do his quills. Maybe like a different blue. Maybe like a darker blue.
I think that might work. I think that would be a good idea.
I'm gonna try that. There is myth about the unknown brown note. No one has ever found it, but they say it exists.
Man, I wish.
Well, if all it takes is pooping yourself while you're listening to music, I have found the brown
I've
note.
discovered it more than once. There's a bunch of brown notes.
There's a bunch of brown notes. Pretty much every note to All I Want for Christmas makes me poop. With excitement.
I thought you were going to say pretty much every note at this point must be a brown note. Just listened to a lot of music and I've pooped myself to almost all of it.
They're all brown notes when you have diarrhea.
Yeah, just anytime music's on.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. I just love it. Let's see. So remember earlier I told you about white, how you pretty much try not to use straight white?
Yeah.
The reason I'm going to use it now is because I'm doing this little Santa Claus beard, and I do want that white to stick out versus the white on the hat and stuff.
Yeah, that's fair.
I want the beard to be more white. So I don't need a lot. Just a little tiny dab of white, just the ittiest, bittiest little amount. I just gave it a little tiny little bloop. Right here, just a little bloop. Get out of here. Couple drops of water.
Look at that guy. You see that guy, Gary?
Oh yeah, that's looking great, bro.
Thanks.
I'm loving that.
I'll get a better picture eventually. But
I think
There
you
it
have to,
goes.
there you go. There you go. Yeah. Loving that. That's looking real good.
Thanks. Thank you. Doing those quills in that darker blue.
All right, there we go. He's also got some metals that are here on his shoulder. I'm going to go ahead and paint those white just to really brighten them up, because I'm probably going to paint them gold or something.
Oh, yeah.
But I want to bring them forward now.
Ooh. That actually sounds pretty smart, buddy.
It's cool stuff like this that you almost discover on your model as you go sometimes, where you don't see it until once you start putting these tiny thin layers, you're like, oh, look at these details. And it's almost like a coloring book, you know? As long as you paint each detail like it's its own story, you're going to end up making a beautiful model just by tracing the lines.
That's an interesting way to look at it.
As long as you trace them patiently.
Yeah, I'm starting to get pretty into it. Just chilling. Time's flying, dude. Already like halfway done with the stream.
Already took a little smoke break.
Yeah. Yeah, I figured, you know, if we needed to get up, we could just get up. Do you prime your mini before you paint, or do you find... Yes, priming is crucial.
Gotta do it.
Crucial. So these are my primed models. I primed a few others in case, like, I finished one fast or wanted to start a new one or something. I have a few more ready to go for next time, you know, or whatever. But yeah, so I did mine. I actually bought Citadel spray paint. I bought the, like, Games Workshop brand black spray paint. Gary helped me do it right. So, yeah, Gary said, like, 10 inches back, just sweep back and forth, little light misting, get every angle, let it dry, check where you missed, and then hit it with another one.
You don't want it to be wet at all when you prime it. You don't want it to be, like, runny or wet or pooled up. And you pretty much just want, like, the edge of the spray paint to touch it. And you could just do, like, a good sweep back and forth over it from maybe 8 inches away, 10 inches away. And you could just go sweep, sweep, and then turn it and go sweep, sweep, and you should be done. It should really be very little primer and very easy. And if you have to do it again, then do it again. That's great. Do it real light, though. You know, it's better than pooling up and ruining it. And spray paint has a chemical in it that will melt your plastic models. So if you hold it real close, you'll melt your models and destroy the whole thing. So,
and even if you don't melt it completely, you can fudge the details.
So just keep it 8 to 10 inches away. Do a little sweep, sweep.
Yeah, listen to Gary Penguin. Yeah, I always messed up mine priming too. Like, I always had trouble with it when I was younger. But Gary, I did exactly what Gary just said to do. And it worked. You know, just like nice and easy.
Mm-hmm.
10 inches away. If you're unsure, go further. You know, like, it's better further than closer. Yeah, I stuck mine to cardboard with, like, a little light glue sticking, just because I was blasting it off because it was like a fresh can or whatever. I might have been too close. But, you know, I was bad at it too, man. This is the best priming I've ever had, so I'm pretty excited about how this is turning out. Let's see, can you tell that's a different blue, kind of?
Yeah, I could tell it's a different blue, kinda, for sure.
I might highlight that with, like, I might, like, try to hit it with, like, purple highlights or something.
In between his fins, you could do a different color, too. In between the quills, like on the skin part of it, you could make it look a little more fleshy. Or maybe the same color that you're doing for the belly.
What do you mean?
So he has like the spikes, right? But in between the spikes, there's like the gooey flesh.
So in between so the spikes just come straight out of the head.
Yep.
There's not really. Oh, I see what you're thinking. You're thinking it's like like a
mohawk.
Dimetrodon.
That's exactly what I'm thinking.
No, it doesn't have
Just
that in
spikes.
between. Yeah,
Okay.
it just comes straight out of the head like Wilson.
But there's not like a skin mohawk putting the spikes together.
No, there's skin around the base of them, but it's very light.
Okay.
But they do have some of them have little cool little like accessory like bands.
Ah, yes, something to paint some little metal or some color on.
Yeah,
Give them some personality.
yeah. This is like a 20 years old Kroot model. So I don't know what they look like now, but these models are pretty detailed, man. Pretty good.
So I've got this grenade. He's got this gun. I just painted his little beard white.
Yeah, Dimetrodon hair would be dope. You should see the Kroot Shaper. The Kroot Shaper looks bananas, dude. He's a cool dude. So he's like their like leader. And if you have one, you can control. So when Kroot kill, they eat, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they eat the dead bodies, and they adopt like traits from what they're eating. And so the Kroot Shaper's job is to make sure that they take what makes them stronger.
Man, that actually sounds really cool.
Yeah, I like the Kroot. The Kroot are cool, man. They're part of the Tau Empire. And they kind of fill, because the Tau aren't good at close combat at all, the Kroot kind of cover that for them.
I have very limited knowledge of the Tau, but from what I do remember, the Kroot were my favorite part of the Tau.
They're pretty cool, man.
I'm not huge on like the Gundam and robot side. I like the dinosaur monster-y side.
I'm cool. I mean, it was a win-win for me, dude. I like both.
Yeah, no, I get it. I for sure get it.
It's a win-win. I really like... So I always was hoping... do they sell special mini primer? Yes. Yes. So, I mean, some primers are going to be better for minis, like standard spray paints and whatnot. I mean, they have model primer. I think Gary had... Where do you get yours, Gary?
So I've gotten Vallejo primer before that's special for miniatures, but it ran out really fast, even though it was a great consistency. It totally ran out on me really fast. The Warhammer, the Citadel primer, actually really good and lasted me longer than the Vallejo, so the Citadel primer is great. But the one that I use is Rust-Oleum. I use just regular Rust-Oleum primer. You can find it at Ace or Home Depot or Lowe's, or basically anywhere that has spray paint. And just look for like matte.
How much a can of that cost you?
I don't know, like $8, if even.
Okay.
$8? That's probably about right.
So Rust-Oleum sounds like a good option because the Citadel was like 18. It is good. Like, Games Workshop charges a lot for a lot of their stuff, but like you are also getting quality crap. So like, it's not like a ripoff, you know what I mean? But it is more expensive.
I would say there's a lot of stuff that Games Workshop has that is expensive but high quality. And
Yes.
so a lot of the time you feel like you're getting ripped off until the product gets there, and then you're like, damn it, I can't complain. I paid for high quality and I got high quality.
I've never had an issue with a Citadel paint. They're always good.
If you do, they'll replace it too. They have like pretty much a very light, no questions asked replacement policy. Games Workshop does. If your stuff doesn't work, it doesn't come out the way it's intended, they'll try to get it to you the right way.
I think I'm gonna lighten up a brown with some white to do this like leather strap around the gun.
Use less white than you think you need to.
That's fair.
You can always add more white. It's hard to take it out once it's in there.
Tell me about it.
Haha! So I've been just sort of dry brushing, slapping this flesh color on this squig on top of this nasty green I had earlier. Giving him some dimension right now and making him look real sickly. see he's not quite as green as he once were.
That's looking real good, dude. Yeah, man, that looks like a Santa riding a thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's looking real good.
It'll be great once I can actually adjust my camera and get a decent picture of this thing.
You know what I like about the Dark Eldar?
No, not at all.
Some of them just have boobs.
I don't know what to do with that.
They male and female fight side by side. They're not sexist.
Oh,
Like Space Marines are all male pretty much, which is annoying. And then, like Tau, you don't really see female Tau on the battlefield. Like you can't really. I don't know. They just, only the Dark Eldar got boobies.
You got the Sororitas Custodes also.
Yeah, but they're their own army.
Female Space Marine army. Hell yeah.
But also, like, I mean, I don't know that. I don't think it says in the lore at all that there aren't female Space Marines, because like it's not like you'd really be able to tell under that armor.
Yeah, you couldn't tell. That's a good point.
But boy, oh boy, does the fandom like to say that, which is annoying. I hear people say dry brushing a lot. What is it? Dry brushing is just like you put the paint on your brush, and like you wipe it off on your paint container or whatever, and then you like wipe it off on a paper towel.
Yes, and so the reason you're doing that is for paint coverage and for texture. You don't want to slap this thick, wet layer of paint on your model, or else it'll pool up and it'll stretch out like paint tends to do. So what you're doing is you're thinning your paint with water, so you're not really wasting that much of your paint. It's half paint, half water, just about, maybe a little bit more paint. And then get your brush in there wet, and then what you're doing is you're drying most of the water off and keeping some paint on. So you just wipe it a couple times on a paper towel or a towel or whatever until you get it dry enough. And then go back in. And really, you're not, like I said, you're not slapping a thick layer on. So it's okay if you have to dip in the paint 2 or 3 times while you're painting a section and dry brush it off. That's kind of the intention.
It's a good explanation.
Yeah, it always helps me to understand why and what I'm doing.
Yeah, me too. Ooh, that looks good. Okay, cool. I'm painting the light leather band. It's looking good.
Also, when I'm dry brushing, it's a fast technique where I go like, slap, 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 slap over it. So earlier when I painted slowly, I painted this full thick layer of green underneath. Now as I'm dry brushing, I'm not trying to get every little crevice in between. I'm just kind of lightly going over it and getting sort of the highest points are getting the most color, so that you'll still see this green undercoat later. I'm not just totally covering what I did the first time.
Yeah. And I find that sometimes, like right now, mine's a little clumpy, so I clean my brush off, and now I'm just rubbing my brush on what's already there and trying to spread it out. Put a happy little tree too, right over here.
But you might find when you do that, it might start to dry on you, and then you will smear it a little bit, so like the pigment will dry on like the sides, and your paint will just be kind of moving the other pigment around as the sides of it are drying.
Gotcha.
So yeah, sometimes you have to just stop and let it dry for a second and come back to it, or
That's
else
fair.
you'll just push pigment around in between the hard, crusty bits of paint. Yeah, buddy.
So I like this little holder, man. It's pretty cool. I knew I'd like it.
I do like a 2-palm painting technique usually, or just paint straight down on the table. But
Yeah,
I'm lucky
fair.
that this one's a standing table, and that's nice.
Yeah, you have a standing table. That is nice. Yeah, my old hobby station was a old changing table, and those are elevated. So, like, I actually had to sit in a bar stool on that one. That was really nice. I guess I'll paint the butt of this gun with that same brown.
I'm about to do... What am I about to do? I did the necrotic flesh layer. I did the flat flesh layer. What do I think about this? I'm not loving it. I'm not loving the way that the squig looks.
Maybe hit it with some highlights.
He's got some highlights. He's also got these little sores all over him. I'm thinking maybe if I do those sores like a nasty maroon color, maybe he'll come to life.
Yeah, maroon could work. Or what color is he?
So he is a nasty necrotic green undertone with a layer of flesh on top. So he's real gross looking. He almost looks like a pink Slimer.
What if you do the pustules like neon, bright green? Or pink. Pink could be good.
I do have a really bright green here at my table already. This is the one I got actually from Warp Crate. I go to warpfireminis.com. They have a little warp crate. It's $25 a month, and they send you random minis worth $45. So you get more than your money's worth, they say. And they sent me a paint last time around Christmas, and it's the same color as all their gear and stuff on their website. So I think that's super cool.
That is really cool.
If there was a company that I was to suggest that you get minis from, it would be that one. We're not sponsored by them, but that's who I use, and I like their service.
Warp Crate?
Yeah, Warpfire Minis.
Warpfire Minis.
They're out of Florida, methinks. I can't blame them for being out of Florida. You know, you don't choose where you're born sometimes.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh yeah, look at this green. This is gonna be great.
Remember last time we went to Florida? Oh yeah, Penguin, no problem. We're happy to help. Last time I went to Florida, like we stopped, like right when we went over the border into Florida, we stopped at like a fast food restaurant, and I knew that we were in for trouble because like one of the people that worked there had like frosted tips, and I was like, oh no, what year is it? Like that's crazy.
You can always tell how bad a neighborhood is by how many American flags you see. If you see a real patriotic neighborhood, just get the fuck out of there.
Yeah. Who are you telling? My brown ass is getting the fuck out of there as quick as possible.
If a bunch of dogs start barking, those are not my dogs, and blame someone else.
I don't hear any dogs.
I said if they start.
Okay.
The neighbor is taking her dog for a walk, and our dogs like to let us know.
Yep.
Alright, you said go neon green with these pustules. I got my Warp Fire paint out. It is Citadel color, air color, moot green. That means usually it's for an airbrush. So I'm lucky I don't really have to thin this out since it's very airbrush.
Yeah, airbrushing seems hard, but it also looks cool.
It is, both of those things, hard and cool. The good thing is you can use airbrush paints for your minis with a brush. With a brush, there's nothing stopping you. It's just thin. You know it's thin already because it's supposed to go through an airbrush.
Penguin agrees about your flag comment.
Mm-hmm.
Should always follow a thumbs up with a please support us. That should always follow a thumbs up with a please support us. Yeah. Please support us. Brought to you by Igloo. No.
Man, the Igloo, their HQ's down the street from you, man. Go broker a deal.
Their factory?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know. That's why we have so much Igloo shit. My mom's always going there and like buying good deals and stuff.
I saw an Easter cooler a couple of years ago that I really wish I would have got now in hindsight. It was like it was maybe 2 years ago they did a re-release of their 90s Easter coolers. And so they're like these horrible blues and horrible greens and pinks. They're just super haggard and really ugly. I wish I wouldn't got one.
Nice. So, this yellow stomach turned out like shit. I'm thinking I might actually go purple.
Okay.
Do you think Easter purple, like this one, or the darker one?
Man, those look so blue to me.
No, they're both purple.
I guess I would go probably with the lighter one.
Okay.
The darker one might look too blue and it might be too black.
It is very dark.
Yeah, I was afraid that yellow might give you trouble.
Yep, you're right,
And
man.
that's probably how the white is going to be too, just to pre-warn
The
you.
white is garbage, but I mixed it with the brown and it worked out okay.
There you go.
And it kind of actually worked in my favor because, like, the shittiness, like, made the paint not go on properly, so it looks
Nice.
weathered. Kind of worked out.
Gotta
Oh
love
no,
it when it
Jahan, I'm
accidentally
getting
works
close
out.
to having enough channel points to name an NPC. Feel free. Can't be worse than what Gary fucking gave me yesterday.
Those were awesome.
I don't even remember.
Me either. Those are funny though.
They were funny, yeah. I didn't know I needed a water dropper, man. That seems like the most valuable thing ever.
Yeah. Yeah, water dropper's a good one.
FYI, anyone watching, I wish I had a water dropper. That would be the number one tool I would recommend you make sure you have. Like this mini holder is really cool, but I don't need it. I wish I would trade it for a water dropper right now.
That's funny.
Although it is cool though. I do like it a lot. But yeah.
Lime green. I did the lime green, the little neon green speckles like you said. They actually look pretty good.
Cool.
Pretty happy with them.
Yeah,
They
going
came out
with
alright.
I've seen a lot for whatever reason, because I'm sick or whatever, I like the gross paint jobs, like of Nurgle and stuff, and like a lot of them will do bright colors for like the pustules and stuff, and it looks really cool usually.
I usually stick to like maroon or fleshy colors, reds and stuff for the pustules, and then sometimes I'll put like a slick glaze on them to make them look real greasy.
Ooh, that's a good idea. Yeah, Gary stopped the story so that I would say the names, and then we moved right on. Yeah, that's fun.
Did I derail you and destroy you?
No. You just stopped everything. We're like, oh yeah, Jahan, here are the names. I'm like, son of a bitch. But then you were like, let it go immediately.
Whoops.
Like you didn't try to interact with them. It was funny.
I'm gonna cheat a little bit here with this green. I'm gonna use this really bright green on the goblins, like knuckles and stuff too, while I already have it open.
Wish I had a finer detail brush too. It's all good. This is the first time I painted in years, so I'm gonna put these things on like the list.
Yeah, man. How could you know until you know what you need?
Yeah. I am having a good time though.
Hell yeah.
It's fun. Reopen this one. I'm gonna reopen the flesh tone that I have mixed. I'm gonna cover up some of the errant paint mistakes I made earlier.
I'm gonna grab a big fat brush real quick. Boop.
That's what I'm talking about.
I'm just gonna do the ground white because I'm gonna do snow on it later, but I'm just gonna slap white on it right now.
Ooh, do you have snow flock?
Yeah, I've got snow in the other room.
Oh, that's sick.
white. And just
Yeah.
base this out with some flat white first.
I'm touching up where I messed up with some paint earlier, and it's starting to look good now again. Starting to look good again.
Here's that Citadel Blizzard white. Technical Valhalla Blizzard. I picked that one up when I was traveling. We came down to Texas for a wedding, and we stopped in Lubbock, and we stopped in Amarillo, and we went to the local game stores in both towns, and we wanted to support them, so we picked up some technical paints.
It's not a bad idea.
Yeah, I figure we're already doing a road trip, and I don't really like going to places anyways. I like history, but I don't want to be in a place with a lot of people. And I was like, you know what? I'll go to a local game store. I'll do what I can to support the hobby in every city.
Yeah, that's fair. I like things about my model. I don't like things about my model, but my gun's turning out really fucking good.
Hell yeah.
And that's kind of cool.
Just slapping white all over this thing, just dirty slapping it on here with a giant brush. It's way too big. There's no such thing as a brush that's too big for your mini, though. Don't believe what they say.
Don't believe the hype.
So yeah, you don't have to use the point of your brush to do small parts. Use the edge of your brush. You just turn it sideways, use a diagonal. You don't have to use the tip.
You can always use the medical syringe that comes with your children's cough syrup. That's true. I don't have any kids though, but probably have one of those laying around.
I bet you have just a water dropper laying.
Yeah, I'm sure we do. I just haven't bothered yet.
You'll have it next time.
Yeah, I'll have it next time. Yeah, we should start doing this more on our unscheduled Fridays.
Hell yeah.
Just sit here because this is chill.
Low prep too. All you have to do is prime.
Yeah, that's true. And I already have minis primed for like the next 5. So
Right.
at this time I had to do a little more prep because I made that little logo, but that was kind of fun, honestly.
That's why I didn't want to do a small video for all my minis before and after I primed, because I was like, bro, do you know how many minis I have? I'll never get caught up. I'll be taking pictures of minis the rest of my life.
That's fair. That is fair.
But then I ended up sending you one anyways, or doing one anyways at the very last second.
Yeah.
I didn't know what I wanted to paint. Like you said, I primed a bunch.
Yeah. It's a tough choice, man. It's a big commitment.
Mm-hmm. Gotta get Santa done, though. Gotta get Gabo on the Red Bouncer.
Yeah.
Oh, this guy, Jahan, is playable in 40k.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah, he has a 40k stat block. The Bouncer does all the work. The Bouncer does, like, bite attack after bite attack. He just bounces and bites on you over and over.
That's pretty cool.
Right.
He's like a squib, right?
Mm-hmm. Squid G with the G.
Yeah, squig, yeah. Yeah, squib is a wizard born without magic in Harry Potter. That's right. They're like the opposite of a muggle born.
Yeah, they sure are. I was thinking about that. This guy's coming along. He's looking all right. Where do I want to go next? I need to get this cord coming out of his mouth. Okay. When you think extension cord, Jahan, what color do you think?
Orange.
Yeah, me too. I think orange, or I think the dark green outdoor one.
Oh, yeah. Viable. But that might get lost in your sauce.
Mm-hmm.
Orange would be pretty out there. It'd be pretty. It would pop. I think you want that to pop, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
It has Christmas lights on it that are gonna pop.
Ooh, that's fun.
Yes, yes, it is. Don't need this brush. What about this one? This one looks fancy. Yeah. Let's see what you're on about. Yeah.
Our jams are brought to you by Base Rebels.
Not Keon this time.
Not Keon this time. No, this is a free-to-use stream Spotify channel. So, brought to you by Base Rebels. All you have to do is like put the links in your description and blah blah blah.
So we can all listen to it together at the same time.
Yeah. Oh yeah. If you're in our Discord, you can actually go find me, and like listen to exactly what I'm listening to.
Yeah, you could click our names and then click like listen along, and it'll bring you right to where we're at.
Oh, is your setup too?
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Cool. Man, that dark blue I did for the quills dried black. Like it disappeared.
Yeah, I thought it might. Those dark blues.
They really went away. There's a lot about my mini that's really working though.
That's sort of what I was saying about painting that underlayer. You know, you almost always want to paint something underneath because your color is going to get lost on flat black.
Yeah. What would you suggest for that?
Even just blue. Just do another layer of blue over that, and you'll have more.
Oh, okay. So just do like the same blue.
It'll probably be more blue the second time. I would venture to guess.
Okay. Not a problem. Yeah, this blue's sticking out, so I'll use that.
Like right now, we just talked about how I'm doing this extension cord orange. I painted the whole thing skin tone first.
Interesting.
And then I'm gonna paint it orange.
Leave it skin tone.
Leave it skin tone. Paint it to look like intestines. Just make it real nasty.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, I've always been... Painting's never been my strong suit, but I'm hoping to change that. But I was always really good at the model building. I made a lot of really interesting, like, custom models with, like I would cut, like, limbs and make them, like, pose them different and, like, make custom... I made a custom jetpack for one guy that looked like hell wings. It's fucking sick.
Hell yeah.
So I've always been like more on that side of things.
You should play Orcs.
Orcs are cool.
Orcs is all about custom cutting those models.
That's true. That's true. Huh? Orcs are cool. I like their mechs a lot. I've always wanted to build a kill can.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, man, I used to subscribe to White Dwarf. I always used to look at all the models that they would paint, and all that advice they would give. And I always dreamed about winning the Slayer sword, which is like their like painted figure of the year award. They actually give you a sword.
That's fucking cool.
It's a cool sword too, dude. They still do it.
That's awesome.
Which is funny because I don't think you're allowed to own a sword in the UK.
But you can own a trophy sword.
Yeah, I don't know what the difference is legally. There must be some kind of difference.
Don't walk around swinging it.
Yeah. Well, because, I don't know if you know this, but Terry Pratchett, when Terry Pratchett found out he was going to be knighted, he forged a sword, like himself, made from meteorite ore.
Yo, that's sick.
And then so he's a knight that has a sword, but then he like had to like either hide it or put it in a storage box or something. I don't know, but yeah,
Bummer.
because you can't own them there. But he made one out of the meteorite sword. I actually recently saw that some like 17-year-old blacksmith did something similar, made a meteorite sword, and it
I
looks
always
sick.
wanted to order those meteorite dice.
Yeah,
But they come in different sizes, and they only ever have the very, very small size. And I don't want the micro size. I want the regular size.
Hey, who the fuck wants micro dice? I
Yeah,
bought some once, and
I don't want the giant ones. I'm not greedy. I don't need like a massive meteorite dice, but I don't want a micro die either.
yeah,
I'm a big man, you know. I'm not even a regular sized person. I'm a big sized person. I can't be fucking around with micro dice.
yeah. I bought tiny dice to use with my wizard when he casts reduce.
That's appropriate.
I just thought that was fun.
If you're playing the tiny D6 system
Ha!
by Gallant Knight Games, do you have to use the micro dice?
I think it's optional.
You get inspiration if you do.
Perhaps.
Start with one extra inspiration.
That'd be fun. That'd be a fun little optional roll. Okay, now I'm gonna have to do metal again. But now that I know that you have to go over stuff, now that I get it, I'm just gonna go ahead with the same gray that I used mixed before with water for the clothing. I'm just gonna hit this stuff, see what sticks, see what I like, and then paint over it. Ooh, that's looking nice already.
So I gave him a little red star on the front of his hat instead of a gold star.
Oh, that's our star. Because we're communists. It's communist
a
star.
lot of my orcs are evil sons. No, yeah, evil sons. So they're red. I use red as my main color.
Gotcha. That's pretty dope.
All right, goggles.
I want to do some finer details soon, but I don't really have a brush I feel is small enough.
Like I said, it's really just about using the edge of the brush, not the tip.
Not the
So you don't. Yes, correct. You're not pointing the tip in like you would with a pin. You're just putting the paint on with the edge of the brush. You're just putting the paint on and kind of tucking it in.
How does
You're
that
not, like
translate to doing fine detail?
um
Because like he has really tiny little eyes.
so you're gonna paint over the face when you do the eyes, straight up. You're gonna get some paint on the cheeks, and you're gonna get maybe some paint on the forehead. It's gonna happen.
Okay.
So just know that that's gonna happen. So you just paint his little eyes white, and then paint blue back on his cheeks and his forehead.
I was actually thinking about going red with his eyes.
There you go. Paint his eyes red, and then just put blue back on the cheeks and forehead.
Okay. Fair enough. That's easy.
Yeah, because you just you know you're gonna have to repaint it. It's just straight up Or you paint the eyes very, very first because they're the bottom layer, but I don't paint that way.
Fair.
My brain doesn't work that way. Maybe someday. Speaking of eyes, maybe I'll throw some red eyes on this guy while you're doing some red eyes on your guy.
Ba-da-da-da.
Actually, I think I would like this squig to have black eyes.
Ba-da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da.
That's a gooder.
'Cause I got red eyes.
I need bone. I need brown. I need black. Can use green right here.
Are you doing any fireworks tomorrow?
No.
Is there gonna? There might be a display visible from your house though,
I'm not sure.
because you're right there in town.
Yeah, that's true. I'm just not sure if they're going to do one. I'm not sure if the town's doing a fireworks show. Sometimes the ski valley does, but you can't see the mountaintop. The ski valley side of the mountaintop from here. You can see the Pueblo lands, the indigenous side.
Interesting.
So we won't be able to see the fireworks from this side. But they may not do them because of all the burns and stuff. I know it's not burn season, but I'm pretty sure they don't love fireworks in this county. Because, even though it's December, almost January, you could still start a fire. Can always start a fire. Please don't start a fire.
Yeah. Well, we didn't start the fire. It was always burning.
We didn't start the fire. Is that what you were doing?
Yes. Yes, that is what I was doing.
Alright, this squig is stomping down this Charlie Brown Christmas tree. So I gotta make sure that you can see how green it is. You gotta be able to tell it's a Charlie Brown Christmas.
Yeah.
So many different shades of green. This one I'm using now is green skin, actually, but I don't use it for the skin. I told you earlier I like to use a scaly hide for the skin for goblins.
Hmm. Oh boy. It's looking real good, man. It's looking real good. I gotta do something about his clothes, though. The gray is good. I think it needs something.
Yeah, it very well may. Highlights go a long way, my man.
How you do that?
Get black, and just anywhere where you see a hard line that you can tell is supposed to be a line between one cloth and the other, just paint that hard line black.
I see a hard line and I want to paint it black.
I see a hard line and I want it painted black. Yeah, that will, like, even on stuff like hats and arms, it will break apart the model for you in really, really pretty ways.
Cool. Thanks.
Yeah, I'll be right back. I'm going to actually go grab some black so I can do some highlighting, edge highlighting on this model. What else do I need?
Use a marker? Huh. I guess you could do something like that. Like they sell like those paint pens. I've seen people do something like that before.
Do gold. I'll do some gold there. I need some bone for the teeth and the horns. I need some brown, black bone. Brown, black bone. Is that all I need? Alright. We'll start there. I'll be right back.
Alright, bud. Welcome back, DB, by the way. We showed off that other picture that you shared. That was dope. I'm not sure if you were here for that, but... Whew! I'm gonna sit for a second here. Lean back. Just lean back. Oh, sorry I'm quiet. I was actually helping someone make a character. Oh, nice. That's really cool. No need to apologize. You're totes cool, dog. Taking a look at my phones real quick. Responding to some messages. Alright. Yeah, I want to get good at painting minis because, like, I am a big board gamer. It looks like I might be getting back into wargaming. I don't know. But, man, oh man, do I have a lot of board games with minis. Rising Sun, Aether Fields, Zombie Side. All kinds of stuff, man, and I do want to paint them. I'm pretty jealous of some of the paint jobs I've seen people do, but I saw some really cool zombie Captain Americas that I'm really jealous of. I just got the zombies Marvel during the Barnes and Noble sale. Really cool. Really excited for that. And I really want. I'm not going to touch any of those until I am more comfortable. So, like, this is a Kroot that I had when I was, like, 12. So I'm starting with, like, some of my older models, and I'm going to get back into when I'm more confident. I'm going to go for those other models, and I hope I do a good job. I am actually color editing a picture for a friend's D&D campaign to look how they want. Nice. Yeah, that's cool, man. That is cool. It's cool to do stuff. Yeah, I've learned a lot of like disciplines doing streaming, you know, like I made this graphic right here, the painting minis graphic. I learned how to do that, so, you know. I made the Fresh Out the Podcast one. I didn't make the Fresh Out of the Box one. That was a friend of ours from Green Road, and they just made it because they felt like it, and they like us. I created these little nameplates, though. It's pretty cool. Yeah, you think it's awesome? Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, I made it in Canva. Right before the stream, I was just like, you know, I think we should have, like, a fun little thing, you know? And it turned out better than I could have hoped. So, yeah, I mean, doing streaming, you learn a lot of stuff. I've learned, like, social media. I've learned, like, how to manage a Google Drive and a Discord server and blah, 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 blah. Man, I've learned a lot of stuff.
I just talk to people.
You did?
No, that's what I do. That's what I do to contribute.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Gary's the talent, man. Don't talk to Gary. Don't talk to the talent, all right? Talent walking here.
I'll be in my trailer.
Yeah. It's all good.
All right. So I did his lip with a barbarian flesh to kind of distinguish his lip from the rest of him. But I don't really like the way it looks. We're going to do the teeth and see if the teeth popping make me like anything anymore.
I'm gonna get this light in here like real good.
Like I said earlier, we don't want to use white unless we're using white. So I'm going to use mummy robe for the teeth.
Oh, that sounds like a good color.
Yeah, it's more of a, it's a little bit, you know, it's not quite as creamy as the bone.
You definitely don't want to use white on teeth. That'll look weird as hell.
Yeah, unless you do want to use white on teeth, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because then it would look weird as hell. That's almost, sometimes it's what you want. I might even mix a little yellow in on the bottom side of these teeth to make them look kind of nasty.
Yeah, it's a good call.
I generally do that. I just didn't bring any yellow in here with me, but I have a flesh tone that has a bunch of yellow in it that I could probably use.
Yeah, I'm really focused right now. Sorry. It's not the most exciting television here, but yeah, the black highlights are already kind of working. Let's see. That's what I got so far. Get it as close as possible and hope it focuses.
I think you got to pull it back just a little bit.
Well, it's good enough. You get the idea.
Good enough.
Good enough.
Thank you.
Good enough.
So I'm actually probably not going to mix any yellow in with that. This white looks real good with the teeth.
That makes sense. Mummy Band-Aid sounds like the right color.
It looks real good. Because this model's going to have the white base and it has the white pops already across it, it looks really good on the face.
Mm. Oh, there we go. Now we're talking. I got tired of like what was going on, so I put black on my brush and like wiped pretty much all of it off, and then I went ham.
Yeah, hell yeah.
And it's just kind of like it looks more clothy now. Yeah, that's doing it. Yeah, that's actually really doing it. Alright. Cool.
Yeah, there's something about edge highlighting in black that totally, like, it takes your model to the next level, and it's kind of meticulous, but I would say worth it.
Man, I've been like staring at this model for 3 hours straight, like hardcore.
Oh my god. So I'm going to tell you something that totally blew my mind. So I used to not paint, right?
Yeah.
I would start painting and then zone in so hard that when I would unfocus, I wouldn't know where I was.
Oh, nice.
Because we had moved from Texas to New Mexico, I had no idea. I would like zone out and just be like, where in the absolute hell am I? And it would take like seconds. Like, 6 seconds to recognize where I was at. Just from being so focused in and losing track of my surroundings.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, man, you get really zoned into painting.
Yeah, it's fair. I need a break.
Yeah, that's another thing. Like I said, it's not a race. You're not trying to impress anybody.
Yeah.
You're just painting it for yourself.
So far, not bad. Really happy with the gun. The gun is picture perfect. I don't know how I managed, but the gun looks like a real gun. The rest of it is passable. The legs look pretty good. You know, there are parts about the model I really like, parts I don't like, and that's fine.
Yeah.
I'm gonna grab a pop, and I'm gonna check the house real quick. I'm gonna go. I have something printing, the 3D printing thing going on.
Cool.
I'm gonna go look at it real quick and grab a soda.
Yeah,
I'll be right
man.
back.
Cool. See you in a sec. There's something I want to do here that's gonna really turn this model on for me, and I think I just need to do it so that I feel better about it. There's these little Christmas lights coming out of its mouth, and I want to paint them red and green. I want them to look nice and festive. And I think once that's done, it might give me some second wind to polish off some of these details that aren't quite as fun. Like going back through this extension cord now that it's flesh toned and doing it a brighter shade of orange. I'm not particularly looking forward to that. Just doing some of the black edge highlighting. I'm not really looking forward to that. It's gonna make my model look really good. So it's not an option. You know, I'm gonna have to do it on the Santa jacket for sure. If that Santa jacket doesn't have those big black sections across it, like you know you would see on a real Santa jacket, then it's not gonna look right to me. So if you're gonna edge highlight the jacket, then you might need to edge highlight more than the jacket. That's what I'm afraid of. I might have to really, if I decide to do it, I might have to go all in. Just some little red lights, some little green lights. Looking good. I should do another green one here. I should do that ornament, maybe some kind of gold or silver. I brought some colors back this time. I brought some metallics back for that. I'm either gonna do bronze or gold, and honestly, I'm probably gonna do both, so it's not just one color. Johan's back. Just don't tell him how much fun we were having.
Yeah, don't tell me. What up, dog?
What up?
Gary, you moved to my home state.
Hell yeah.
Huh. State line needed between family. A state line is needed between family? Oh no.
Yeah, that's no joke.
Yeah, I come from a different situation, but I feel for you. I'm very close with my family. You know, you don't get to choose your family. To a certain point, I feel that it's, you know, you got to decide what kind of relationship you want with them. But at the same time, a lot of factors outside of your control. And sometimes your family just sucks. And, you know, it's really up to you to decide which one your situation is, you know.
Yeah, there's no one shoe fits all advice for family, man. Some people have horrible family.
Yeah, some people's
and to tell
family
them
suck.
to tell those people like try to work it out, you know, they love you. You only have so much time with
Yeah.
them. Man, you don't know what the fuck they've been through. That's not good advice for everybody.
Yeah, exactly.
I would say that is good advice generally, probably for like 70% of people. Try to work it out. Try to make sure that you can do some good stuff with your family. But hey, the other 30%, you guys are right. 3 out of 10 of you guys, man, fuck yeah, fuck that family. You didn't pick them.
Yeah. Don't like blood doesn't mean shit really, you know.
Nope.
It can, but like
It can.
You know, it only means shit if it means shit to them too. You know, like
It's like a degree.
yeah,
Doesn't mean shit, but it can.
yeah.
If it means shit to the other person.
Yep. Very true.
This song sounds like Owl City.
Huh. What's Owl City?
It's a band. They had that Fireflies song.
Huh.
10,000 fireflies
Interesting.
look up and to reach the skies, and
Oh.
they look down on me. Whatever I'm killing it. I'm crushing it.
This is Coda Ends or something like that. I'm gonna switch it.
10,000 lightning bugs. As they say farewell. I kind of sneak did this smoke earlier while you were here, but I just didn't say anything when I did it because I didn't know if I liked it or not. But I painted the top of it white and the bottom of it like cream white, and then I mixed it in between on the smoke stick on the dynamite, and it actually looks pretty cool because it looks like it just goes from that darker smoke color to that lighter smoke,
That's cool.
like smoke does.
Yeah.
I thought it'd be cool to put another little darker shade towards the bottom though, and maybe a little bit of black right here towards the end. Ooh, a little bit of yellow maybe. I don't know. I'll figure it out. But it's looking good. That's the point.
Yeah. No, I can see it from here. Yeah, it looks pretty good. I'm digging it, man. Yeah, your model's kick ass, dude.
Thank you.
Fucking crushing it.
Can't wait to get a proper picture of this one up at the end.
Yeah, me too. I'm excited to see like yours in better detail.
Alright, that's enough bronze. Let's use some gold. This is when I start running out of like little pockets of paint to use, so I just put my paint like on the sections in between the sections and try to keep it very small.
Oh, yeah.
Mix up the gold and the water, and then wipe it all off, and then make sure to get some nice thin non-sticky paint from the middle. And then we're going to wipe it off so we can dry brush one more time. We don't want that sticky gold, and sometimes those metallics can get sticky.
Yeah.
What we do want is this gold medal. He's got a gold medal because he's Santa Battalion Claus.
Oh, snap. Penguin figured out how to post on Insta. That's a funny way to say that. I'm already on an Insta page, too. All I have to do is hit refresh. Oh, damn. Is that a capybara? We have a friend that would like that drawing. Wow, you added a bunch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 18, 19, 20. You got 21 pictures. You got 21 pictures on your dresser. Yes, sir.
21 lighters on my dresser. Yes, sir.
Oh, snap. You did a Toyzilla.
I got to get paid.
That Toyzilla drawing's dope as fuck, dude. Holy
25
shit.
lighters on my dresser. Yes, sir.
You care if I pop your Insta on the
I
stream?
got
Let me
to
know.
get paid.
Let me know if it's cool. I'll go through it with people. And then, oh man, he put up our me and you as Crane.
Oh, I love that one.
I love that one too. I want that on a t-shirt. It's a good one. And then there's, oh man, yeah, I like the dark ones. That's my tastes are on dark. I like the macabre. He has the picture he did of Keon's character, which was sick.
Mm-hmm.
I like the tree guy with mouths that's turning into goo. That's dope. Oh, there's the Bad Moon Rising from our vampire campaign. That Che Guerrera Guy Fawkes mashup is
A work of art?
is dope. Yeah. Like that, I could see that hanging in a gallery, dude. That's cool.
Let's do a little cool.
These are good, man. Ooh, I like the bloody capybara. Yeah, that's cool. Then he has a Hellraiser heart, just in time for Valentine's Day.
You say just in time for Valentine's Day, and it's just about to be New Year's. 2 months ahead.
Oh, you said I could put that on a shirt? All right.
He runs 2 months ahead on his holidays.
I might have to do that, Penguin. Might have to do that. I really like your fresh out the box, like that, like gross organ creature crawling out of the box, because that's really close to like the original concept that me and Gary really wanted for our art.
Yeah, I wanted like a nasty squid jellyfish alien thing crawling out of like a knocked over Chinese takeaway box.
Yeah, we wanted like an ecto creature, tentacle, translucent jellyfish, eyeball, mimic monster crawling out of a fast food
like
container.
a creature. We wanted
like
to
a
have
creature.
a creature, so we could be like, look at our creature. That's our creature.
Yeah, like a mascot. Yeah. I really like the one that you did. That was dope. Yeah, man, I might have to take you up on that and make a T-shirt with me and Gary as Crane, because that's pretty cool, man. That's one of the coolest drawings of B ever.
My army painter black is giving me trouble.
Is this your speed painter stuff you're talking about?
No, I left the speed paint out in the other room. It's seriously, it's not my favorite. The big problem with it is once it gets wet, it runs. And it gets wet when it touches any other paint, whether or not it's dry already.
That's interesting.
So, yeah, so it's like really hard to use. If you use it in small sections and you don't let it touch wet paint, it's good. But like the whole point is it's supposed to be speed paint, so you can paint fast with it, but you can't paint fast with it because it runs when it's wet.
That's crazy. That doesn't make any sense. Yeah, Bang, I'd love to see that fan art. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we wanted like wanted him to be like a purple creature, like translucent purple with like green, like neon green coming out of them, and like yellow suckers and I don't know, like
iridescent and gross.
Yeah, iridescent, gross, otherworldly, eldritch, so, like kind of jellyfish monster.
That could barely be considered cute, but somehow.
Yeah, that's barely cute somehow, but also like kind of gross.
Way more gross. Like Jahan, cute but gross.
That's me. I'm the diarrhea of people.
Diarrhea is not cute.
It is if you go, ooh, woo.
Oh, it is if you make a face. Anything's cute if you make a face. It's all about the cell. Don't tell me my diarrhea is not cute. My wife married me because of my diarrhea. She loves it. What are we doing here? Are we seriously trying to edge highlight? Is that what we're trying to do? Face down at a standing desk?
Yeah, I'm trying to do some highlights right now. I'm doing them in a darker blue on some of it. Just trying to like get some depth.
Yeah, I'm tracing the top of the Santa hat right now, the red and white line, to make that hat pop a little bit more. And then I'll have to trace right here in between the ear and the hat. Right here between the hat and the glasses.
Glasses?
Yeah, he's got these sick goggles on.
Oh no, my glasses.
I can't be seen without my glasses. Need a little bit more. And so I'm not doing a thick coat here at all.
Bro, I'm putting on this darker blue in certain areas. I think it's working.
Yep, I'm sure it is.
I think it's working.
Yeah, that's definitely looking cool. I gotta say, even though edge highlighting is a real pain, it definitely looks cool.
Man, this guy's starting to look like a guy. It's so weird, man. Like, it kind of looks shitty for a while, and then it starts coming together. It's like a trick.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden you're like, whoa, what happened? While you were gone, I treated myself, I was telling the audience, is like there are little Christmas lights that go along this creature, and like I want to do them, so I went ahead and did them now to just give myself a little bit more juice to keep going.
Gotcha.
It's like it was like my treat to myself.
Yeah. Yeah, marathoning for 3 hours is hard.
And if we would have like planned colors beforehand of what we were going to paint these exactly, we could have probably knocked these out really quick, 45 minutes or something. But we're just free painting, we're just talking, we're just hanging out. There's no rush.
Bro, this dark shit turned this into skin. What the fuck? That is... It's kind of creepy how, like, much it changed it. That's cool. What should I do is, like, fingernails?
So, sometimes the fingernails, I don't want them to take away from the rest of the model, so I'll just leave them whatever color the base skin is, or just do them a shade or two up.
Hey, thanks for
real life.
Thanks for the follow, Fluke Skywalker.
In real life,
like
your fingernails are sort of your skin color, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but he has, like, lizard claws, like dragon talons.
Yes, so when you think dragon talons, I'm thinking dark gray or black or some of like a stone color. And since he's blue, I'd probably go closer to that sandy stone color. Something light brown.
Like a light brown. Okay, interesting. Interesting. Well, you haven't failed me yet, buddy. We do marathon for 3 hours, but like... So... Oh, dang, you booned a player.
Hell yeah.
Thanks, Fluke Skywalker. We appreciate it. I'll give somebody that next time we play a game. Definitely appreciate it. What's up, dude and dudettes? Yep. Welcome to the stream, pal. 91. Let's see, what does that make you? 29? 30? Something like that? Yeah. How's the hobby grind going? It's going good. It's going
Hell
good.
Yeah.
Got my... I'm doing... Mine's actually starting to turn out pretty good, which I can't stop being surprised by it. And Gary's looks sick AF.
Yeah, unfortunately my camera's in kind of an awkward angle and it's hard to get a real good shot of it. I'll have to zoom it out next time.
We have a first time chatter, Livian STI. I am attempting to open my fridge, but I keep getting distracted. The coffee is in the fridge. So yeah, you need to get in there so you can get your coffee.
Yeah, get in there. What the heck are you doing? Get in there.
And welcome to the chat. Yeah. Man. I still can't believe how this guy's looking. So you said brown. Brown's a good idea.
Like a sandy brown, like a light brown.
I only have the one brown, and it is pretty light.
Okay, good.
It's like, I would call this Woody's boot.
Woody's boot. Yeah, that's good. Woody's boot is good.
I'm trying real hard. Okay, so this person... Alright, I'm starting to get concerned about what this person... Is this a fetish? Do you want us to encourage you to open your fridge? I don't know what's going on. You can do it! I don't... What are we doing?
Poppy beckons you.
Bro, Rhea Ripley is hot. She hot AF. All in on that. She's like, I don't know, she seems like she's like the biggest thing to happen to female wrestling in a while.
I think so too, and I'm really, I'm over Ronda Rousey. I'm ready for Ronda Rousey to go, and I'm ready for Rhea Ripley to have her chance in the spotlight.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I like Ronda Rousey, but yeah. No, there's nothing sexy about the coffee. It's just good coffee. It's cold. Oh boy. Do you need help opening the fridge? I don't know. I'll help you somehow. I don't know. Try using a lever.
You could give them that boon, and they could use that boon to try to open the fridge.
If you really need it, you'll walk to Tim Hortons and say, "Hi." Okay, that's fair. Tim Hortons. Does that put you in the Canada region?
Mm-hmm. All them Canadians from Canada.
I forget who I called out. I called out a coworker once for being Canadian. I was like, "You from Canada?" And she's like, "How'd you know?" Because it was because she says "pardon." You ever heard them say that?
Mm-mm.
Like when they don't hear you, they go "pardon." Like they say it in a very specific way, and I was like, because I have cousins up there, and that's how they talk. Going in with this brown.
Believe in you with your brown.
Thanks, man. Yeah, I'm in the magical land of Ontario. I sound extremely Canadian. I say the word car funny. You gotta get to the car. Like that.
Car. Car.
Car.
Car.
Car.
Probably say car.
Car.
Car. The car.
Car. That's fun. That's fun. Here we go, yeah. There we go. I think I have the right... I'm almost at the right consistency now.
It's alright, don't feel bad. Jahan speaks perfect English, and for years, he pronounced milk with an E, as well as pillow.
What are you talking about?
Talk about when you used to say milk and pillow.
There's nothing wrong with saying milk to pillow.
Milk and pillow.
I didn't say it like that. You sound like you're stuffy.
Milk
And pillow. No, you're saying it. You're saying it in your nose. You're saying it in your nose.
Milk. You
Milk.
say it with an E. Milk. Milk and
yeah,
pillow.
but bring it down into your chest.
No, milk with an I. Milk. It goes up, not milk. It's not flat.
I called it a pop earlier, like on stream a second ago, just because it's a fun term. But I mean, we say soda. We say Coke in Texas. In case you didn't know, that's where I'm a Houston boy. Gary's from Houston, but now lives in New Mexico.
I fled.
Yep.
I fled Texas during the Great Upheaval.
Thinking about taking this brown to these spikes a little bit.
I think that's probably a good idea.
Seeing how I like it. I don't know many people that actually call it pop. Never heard anyone order pop. It's a very specific section of people that say pop. Hey, bud, you want some pop over there?
I've always felt the same way about when they say Texans always order Coke, because I never did that, and I only ordered Coke if that's what I wanted.
Yeah.
I didn't just say Coke and expect a Dr. Pepper. If I say Coke, then I want
I would
Coke.
be so mad if because I was in the service industry for a long time, and if someone asked me for a Coke and they expected Dr. Pepper, I'd be furious.
If someone asked you for a Coke, though, would you ask them what kind of Coke?
No.
You would just get a Coke, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, same. That's what I would do. I've heard people try to defend the Texans before as, like, no, we just call all sodas Cokes. And I'm like, no, maybe you do that because you're an ass, but no one in their right mind does that and expects a waiter to be like, what kind of Coke would you like?
If they say, what kind of Cokes do you have? That's different. But, you need the context.
Is different. Agreed.
No. Man, I've learned so much today. This is dope. I feel like I've gotten like way better at painting already.
That's good news.
Yeah, I appreciate the guidance. It's definitely
No problem,
helpful.
man.
And it sounds like
Glad I could help.
yeah, it sounds like you taught the audience a bit too,
Cool.
which is cool.
Yeah, I'm glad I could help anybody. I'm new to it also, so I'm just learning along with everybody. Just a couple, I started this summer, so I'm just a couple months ahead. So please join us, learn to paint with us.
There's a lot of stuff going on in the chat right now. Let's see. Let me catch us up here. I also think it's a sin to call soda cola. Yeah, that's kind of weird, but I get it. Cola is a specific soda. Cola is everything that's Coke is a cola, Pepsi is a cola.
I'll defend cola because I actually like to get different brands of cola. I like to get craft cola and stuff, so I'll defend cola.
But that's a specific kind of soda still.
Yes.
Like root beer is not a cola.
But I'll defend the vernacular. No, root beer is not a cola.
Yeah. A lady came up to me at my job and asked for a Red Bull. And I'm like, what the fuck is a Red Bull? And then I realized she wanted Red Bull. She didn't know what it was. Oh, she said red? Question mark bull. Okay. Red Bull? Okay, I get it. That's interesting. Who doesn't know what Red Bull is? That shit gives you wings.
That person was an alien. You met an alien that day.
You might have met an alien, yeah. Yeah. Like from space.
And that was the first thing they wanted to do when they got to Earth.
What is Red Bull?
They've seen Red Bull commercials and they're like, we
Red
want
Bull.
wings. We want wings. We want wings.
Fucking conehead. Ah, 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 ah. Red Bull! Ah! It's fun. Dr. Pepper for life. I hate it when I order Dr. Pepper. People say, sorry, we don't have it. But we have root beer. It's not. Who would offer you root beer?
Yeah, that's not the same thing.
That's
Get
not
the
even
fuck out of my
close.
face.
It's not even close.
Get right out of my face with that.
I'm a big fan of root beer. But I also like Dr. Pepper. I also like colas. And I like most sodas.
Hola.
I'm not the biggest fan of orange soda. I try to avoid things that have red dye because it hurts my stomach. Because I have stomach issues. But, like, I like most soda. Root beer is probably my favorite. I also am one of those people that kind of I prefer Pepsi over Coke. But
I like Pepsi, man. I like Pepsi.
I like Pepsi. But I think, so if I'm going diet, though, Coke Zero is my go. I like Coke Zero a lot. I drink Coke Zero all the time. But if it's an option between regular Coke and regular Pepsi, I don't know what it is about Coke. It, like, leaves this weird film in my mouth.
Coke literally burns to drink now for me. I'm too old for Coke.
Gary's got the flux.
Yeah, you can't. Coke's painful, man. It burns. That's a hot, spicy drink. That's what I was saying. I like to get some craft colas with actual real sugar instead of painful, burning, high fructose corn syrup and all the fake acids.
I'm on a medicine that I don't want to get into too many specifics about, but it causes a bit of reflux. It's not bad, but if I drink, like, colas, like, if I drink regular Coca-Cola, forget about it. Like,
getting old, man. We're getting old.
Yeah, man. I just turned, 34?
That's old.
You're on your way.
I'll never be 34.
I always forget that I'm fucking older than you. Dude. Holy shit. This guy's starting to look dope, man. Here, let me see if I can, because we're never going to get the good with my webcam. Like, man, so I've always wanted, they have these, like, it looks like, you know those, like, desk lamps that just, like, have the stretchy neck?
Yeah, like the gooseneck desk.
Yeah, a gooseneck desk lamp. They have ones that look like that, and it is a desk lamp, but it's also a projector. and like you can plug it in and like see what's going on. And I've always wanted one for like rolling dice and like this kind of stuff. You know what I mean? And they're really expensive. I'm like, why are they expensive? They don't look like they should be. And I think it's because they sell them to schools.
Oh yeah. Get your mom to borrow one and bring it home.
That's funny.
You guys will give it back when she quits.
There you go. Let me snap a pic of this.
I'll do the same. I'll take a little picture of mine so that you guys can see it better on your side since we're about to wrap up the stream.
Man, now there's actually time. Like, I almost just kind of want to keep doing it because I'm having a lot of fun.
Yeah, man, miniature painting is the best. It's a great hobby. I love having the control over the miniature. You know, you can't paint it wrong. There is no doing it wrong. They're your colors. There's no judge. There's no right and wrong. There's no time limit. You know, it's just a great hobby. You can listen to music while you do it. You can watch shows, get caught up on shows if you have a nice little painting set up.
Yeah, dog, just post it to the board game Discord chat.
Okay.
I'll grab it out of there. I just put mine in there.
I didn't quite finish up the power cord, but other than that, this is looking pretty dang good to me.
Let me see. Alright, here we go. There's mine. Let me see if I can zoom into this. I think that looks pretty good. What do you think, Gary?
I'm just about to open up right now and look at it. Oh yeah, I do like that. That is looking good. You're absolutely right.
I think I actually kind of crushed it, man. This is not a bad first attempt as an adult.
Not at all. Oh, always keep your first model, too. For anybody who's painting for the first time, and Jahan, I know you're coming back to the hobby, but I would keep that. Keep that because it is your first attempt, even though it's your first attempt after a long break.
Yeah.
It'll be nice to keep that one, so whenever you're having a day that you're frustrated at the miniature you're painting, you can go back and look at your first one, and you could be like, oh man, I've really progressed, I've come a long way, I just need some more time, you know, I'll get there.
Oh, thanks, Lib. I appreciate, yeah, very nice blue, I appreciate that. Yeah, the blue, a lot of times cruder green, I like the blue, Gary agreed. And boom, blue. I enjoy the way this turned out. Yeah, man, I actually have my first model still.
Nice.
It looks really bad. It's funny.
I just posted mine in the Discord, so you should be able to pull those up now, too.
That's hilarious. Penguin has now posted more pics in the last couple hours while we've been streaming on Instagram than they have the whole time that they've had Instagram.
Good. I'm glad we
the
could
gun,
inspire
right?
you. Glad we could inspire you to do some work.
That's what we're trying to do, man. You know, we want, like, because we're all part of the same community. We're creators and artists and hobbyists and friends. And so, you know, like, if we can get you in there. Yeah, I appreciate the gun. I think the gun turned out really good. Man, I do really like this little holder, though. I don't know what it is about it. Did you get yours up there, Gary?
Should be in the Discord, yeah.
Let me go check it out. Ooh, girl. Holy crap. All right, well, I'm glad I went first. You fuck. Dear God.
There's a lot of stuff I didn't get done. I didn't finish. So.
Dude.
Don't hate me. That power cord's what's driving me crazy. I wish I'd had a chance to get that bright orange done.
You guys see this? Here, I'll let you see Gary's face too while we do it because he hasn't been on camera the whole time. But do you see this? Dude, that's out of control.
Thank you.
That is that's good.
Thank you.
Like, it's not like barely good. It's really good, dude. Let me see this next pic.
All I see are the stuff wrong, right? All I see is
I mean, there are tiny things, and, like, you can fix them, but that's... Jesus. I wish mine looked that good, dude. Tell you what. Look at that. That's a good shot. Holy crap. You guys see this shit?
I had fun with that model, man. That was a lot of fun. And the
Killed it,
mistakes I
dude.
made, yeah, they're easy fixes. They're, it's a little bit too much on the edge highlighting, but I could fix that, touch it up with some red. There's some dynamite red led over onto the green hand, but we all know I use scale hide for green, so I could patch that up in 0.1 second. Some of my thick black lines are a little sloppy, but that's because I saw the time we had left. And I just wanted to get that edge highlighting done. But I like it, man. I like it.
That was out of control, dude. Yeah. Look at my little towel.
That green, that was all you. The little green pustules all over it.
Oh yeah, that was my idea. Yeah.
It was your call, man.
I've seen a lot of that kind of stuff in my time doing this, and it always looks good when they go like neon. Like neon pink looks really good too for pustules. Like I've seen some really good pink ones.
Yeah, I like sticking to. I have this orc blood color, and the orc blood is this nice purple crimson, and it just looks really good on lips and pustules and under armpits and stuff for ogres. It's just a good nasty skin color.
Yeah, the towel is an epic story and creativity. Thanks, dog. And also they say, "Wow, Gary, that's great. Wow, fucking hell, props." Yeah. Lib's been doing digital art for 15-ish years as well. They're also an artist. Crazy how much they learn. I've been doing 3D modeling, okay, for 5 years. I've gone a long way. That's interesting. I'm actually, so professionally, I do 3D printing. And I am technically like a CAD engineer. Oh, I dropped stuff. CAD engineer. And so I do some 3D modeling, but I can't do like the art sculpt. I can't use, what is it called? The sculpting one. Blender. But I downloaded it, and I'm going to try to figure it out. But no, it's cool to be in, where it sounds like we're in good company. I got my 3D printer downstairs going right now. It's printing a pot for an orchid pot. But yeah, so I guess, what time is it? Oh, damn. Yeah, it's about time for us to end. Went a little late because we were having fun. Man, this has been this is the first ever like community paint day. Next time, feel free get some minis primed. We're probably gonna do this in 2 weeks again, unless we have something else planned. We're just gonna use this to fill our empty Fridays from now on. Because I had a lot of fun doing this. What about you, Gary?
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing. I would say it was successful. And between all the board games that you own and the board games that I own and the miniatures that I own, I know we have enough minis to paint for a long time in the future.
Bro, I have 1,000 minis at least. And I have a 3D printer, so I technically have as many as I want.
And I enjoyed this, man. I enjoyed spending our time painting. I thought it was
fun. It was really fun.
I was really nervous at first, and it's just anxiety, just the stage shakes. And you can't shake when you paint, so I got over that pretty quick.
Yeah. Yeah, no.
I was just like, no, I can't shake right now. I gotta paint.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you can print that now. That's so cool. Thank you so much, everyone. There's been a great chat today. It's been very active. A lot of people in it. Pretty much everyone in the chat follows. If you don't follow us yet, follow us here on Twitch. Follow us on YouTube. You come join our Facebook community for updates. Follow us on Twitter. I'm at RockFact. Gary is at CasualtyCDG. And you can also find in our link tree a link to join our Discord and be a part of our community where you can post your own stuff, come meet other creators, and have a good time. We're trying to be more active there. We're trying to expand that community. And all of you are great, so you're a great fit. Come check it out. But yeah, this has been Fresh Out the Box, painting minis fresh out the box style, with me, Johananon.
And me, Casualty CDG. I'm the co-host of Fresh Out the Box and Fresh Out the Podcast. If you like tabletop role-playing games, come check us out Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. We're playing tabletop games with all new cast and different rotating games, always trying to have a good time, trying to create stories for you that inspire you or make you laugh or make you sick to your stomach. Whatever, just come enjoy our stories. Also, there's a podcast, Fresh Out the Podcast. It's all about movies, streaming shows, and video games. If you like movies, streaming shows, and video games, there's a new episode almost every Sunday. Look out for Fresh Out the Podcast, where all podcasts are available. We already have done 70 episodes, 7-0. We've been recording for a long time, and it's a stable, steady show, so we asked if you would give us a listen, give us a chance. Thanks again, that's Fresh Out the Podcast. Thank you for all your support. We appreciate all of you being here, and we'll see you on the next thing.
Absolutely. I'll sorry about the expired link. Here is, this link should work. This is a new link to join the Discord. So go ahead and do that. And yeah, follow us here. And thanks for the follow, Lib and
Thank
Fluke. You. Yeah, thank you. We love y'all. Thank you. Stay fresh, and we'll see you next time.